Very good afternoon. Welcome to Gippsland Live on TRFM across Gippsland and the Valley. Great to have your company. It's Saturday afternoon footy, and it is the second semi-final of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. Coming to you live this afternoon from Leongatha Rec Reserve, Parrot Park as the locals know it here, and Leongatha, well, they are in this second semi-final. Hosting the home final, it's a big advantage for them. They take on the Maui Lions this afternoon. Of course, the Parrots are the reigning premiers. They've had the week off, they're fresh, they're ready for another assault at some premiership glory. They got some key players back in today's game, a settled side at the moment, and the Parrots are ready to go. They take on the Lions with a gutsy win last week. They lost their star player and coach Declan Kelty, but he's also out of today's game as well. They've got nothing to lose. The pressure's not on them, it's on the ladder leaders. They do have a second chance as well. They'll give everything that they've absolutely got and throw at the Parrots this afternoon. In hope of a bit of an upset, they do go in as favourites to the Leongatha side. The winner will gain the first spot in the 2024 Gippsland League Grand Final. Great to have your company on Saturday afternoon. My name's Daryl Cooling. Joining me is my co-caller this afternoon. His name is Timmy Sexton. Good afternoon to you, Timmy.
Scud, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, gents, and all our listeners. Looking forward to a cracking game of football. As we've said in the pre-game, conditions are perfect. Slight breeze, but nothing that's going to affect the result of the game.
Great to have your company. Of course, our special comments this afternoon is from a very special friend of ours, and he is all thanks to Carpet Country. He helps dreams become a reality since 1981. He's back after spending a little bit of time on the bench on Saturday afternoon last week. Nick Lucchino.
I was here on Sunday, Scud.
Yes, you were.
That. So, I did have a time on the bench there too, and Beast did a reasonable job filling my shoes. But no, it's great to be here. This is going to be an incredible game and a perfect setup. Maui just got to come out and play relaxed footy. I think a little bit of pressure has to go back onto the Parrots. They've only played a game in 4 weeks, so it's 2 games in 4 weeks. So they may even if they get through, they'll only play another week off too. So they've got a lot to manage through as well. And I think today the setup is going to be for an absolute ripper.
Certainly will be. Great to have you on board, of course, Boxer, and special comments this afternoon. You'll be getting us all the scores from around the other leagues in the area. And Beast did a very good job of that. There's a grand final being played up in East Gippsland as well between Lucknow and Boysdale. We'll get to those scores as they occur. Of course, number one statsman in the business, all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu. Don't forget, you can win $2,000 cash this September.
Thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute.
And you can head to Gippsland Isuzu Facebook page for more information, or if you are at the ground here at Parrot Park, we've got the Isuzu parked out the back. You can scan the QR code that's on the windows there on the little flyer, and you can enter your details for your chance to win $2,000. And of course, our very good friend Paul Carter's with us.
Good afternoon, Darryl and listeners. And these teams probably go in a lot more even than you think. Last year they played 4 times, 2 wins apiece. Maui won both home and away. Leongatha used their great experience to take the 2 finals, and they're a win apiece both on each other's on their own home ground this year. So 3 wins apiece over the last couple of seasons. I don't think there's any great terrors from Maui's point of view about taking on Leongatha. I think they know they can do it if they get all the pieces in place.
Absolutely. Well, now it's time for our tips. We've gone through all the key matchups, the ins and outs. It's now time for your tip, Boxer.
For me, Leongatha by 11 points, Scud.
Leongatha by 11, okay. Timmy?
The Parrots by 23.
Parrots by 23. Okay, Paul?
I'll balance it up a little bit, not only because it's their old hometown, but I think Maui might bring off an upset and win by 9 points. 9 points. Well, I'm going to go Leongatha to win by 9 points. And that's the way I'll go. So, all getting ready for this first quarter, all thanks to Virtue Homes. Just quickly, Boxer, what are you looking forward to? What's some of the key matchups you want to look forward to?
Look, for me, it's going to be that down forward for both sides as well. They've got fantastic goal kickers as well. Haven't had the opportunity to see Harry Pepper play this year at all through injury and rotation. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he adapts to these conditions. Perfectly set up for him as well. Jensen Garnham kicked 10 in the last home and away season as well. So his form was impeccable before we got there as well. So for me, both forward lines, the way they set up and who's going to be that player that puts their hand up, or do they share the workload there and share the goals?
Question I was going to ask, do you counter Cade Maskell by playing a defensive forward on him?
No, you can't. You just lose that one.
Yeah, not that player.
Yeah.
Cade Maskell's so important for him. Yeah, he'll be the one peeling off, I think. He'll be the attacking side. You talk about Jacob Wood in our pre-game, how he needs to set up their forwards. I think Cade Maskell's the main one down there for Leongatha.
And I think Leongatha will try and free him up as well. So there's no doubt that they'll try and work him through to make sure the ball's in his hands every time they get the ball down in the defensive 50.
Boxer, with Declan out for the whole game this time as opposed to just a half, so they obviously had to make some moves on the fly last Saturday. Did Moe start differently from a defensive setup? Are they starting with a 6? Do they go an extra back just to sort of settle themselves early?
I wouldn't have thought not early. I think the way the game pans out would be the way that he'd want to do that. But right now, and he spoke very highly of his team in regards to having trust in what he does and what they do. So he trusts the players that he's put into the side. I think Moe Queen, for me, is probably one of those players that could really step into that role as well. So for me, I think he's trusted who he's brought into the side. He'll trust what his players will do. Then he'll make that adjustment if he needs to.
All right, first quarter for Virtue Homes, not too far away. Leongatha will kick towards the city end of the ground here at Parrot Park, while for Moe, of course, kicking towards the scoreboard end, or the Strzelecki Mountains end of the ground. And in the middle of the ground will be Big Benny Willis up against Chris Prowse to start things off. Vanderplight's in there as a midfielder for Leongatha, along with Kim Drew. He might have a bit of a run with role. You'd think Tom Marriott's there, and going to him straight away is Riley Baldy. Good little matchup. Other midfielders in there as well. Trent Baldy's in there. And as you expect, Ben Danaher. The first quarter is underway here at Parrot Park, and the ruckmen go at it. Prowse with the tap down to Riley Baldy. Quick kick to half forward. Westaway's got the sit on this, and he just read the drop zone nicely and takes the uncontested mark in front of McGrath. A quick handle out the back to Maskell. Left foot kick towards the wing area in front of Hume, and he can take the chest mark. Right in front of the scaffold on the far side of the ground, and the Leongatha coaching staff out there. Right foot kick to half forward at the toes of Willis. Handball backwards. Nicely done from Maslin. Got it to Prowse. His kick was smothered. Maslin had to go again. Handball back to Riley Baldy. Twisting and turning. Back onto the right foot. Outside kick. Beautiful to his brother Trent, who dropped the mark that he probably should have taken. Hume comes in. They're going to jump on. Somehow Brock Smith got a handball back out and a kick around the body from Maslin.
Goes forward towards the Moe's forward 50. No one's able to take anything out of it. Marriott's going to put his head over the ball. He does. Gets a handball coming through. In there was Ben Velzen. Goes forward, and then Garnham's taking the mark from outside 50. He plays on from 50. He's going to send it forward. Does it hold with the breeze? It's going to swing across the face through for a minor score.
That first score, 1 point to Leongatha, has come at the 1 minute mark on the Virtue Home score.
The Lions bring the ball straight back in, and it's Chris Prowse out there on the far side to Brock Smith. Outside their 50. He comes back inside, ends up in the hands there of Danaher. Slow play here from the Lions. Looking to keep it outside, or he's looking to go. He's got the runner that's coming through there, and that is Van Dyke. He gets it on the boot, but he's turned the ball over there. That lands in the hands there of Marriott. Marriott, true centre wing, far side. Going to dump the ball inside 50. One-on-one contest, but coming across is Prowse. He was able to get his hands on 1, 2. Couldn't take the third touch there. Taken without the ball there was Lions, but they're going to be wrapped up there by Baldy. And we're going to have a ball up. Free kick's going to be paid. Actually, sorry. Going to go to Riley Baldy. Umpire played the ball up, and then their free kick in their defensive 50.
So 2 minutes into the first quarter for Virtue Homes. Baldy's kick to Van Dyke was nice. Sorry, to Haywood it was. And Haywood takes the mark. Looks up, Belford presents, he goes longer. McGrath and Maskell gets through Sovereign though, unopposed. Takes the mark and he'll chip it laterally. They've got numbers everywhere, Leongatha. Dixon will get it inboard to Vanderplyt. Gives it to Marriott. You can't let him run through here. He goes further out wide to Walker, and Walker's inside delivery kick is spot on to Ganane. Although that was a mark, the umpire said play on. Goes again, does Walker, coughed up the footy. Moe through a chain of hands. Pepper's high up the ground. Chip kick to open space. And it's a foot race. Collings is out there along with Maskell. And he goes to ground. He's got 2 to beat, does Maskell. Gold's got a handball out. They go backwards now, back to Pepper. Dumps a kick down the line. Belfer can't complete it. And the Parrots have got some numbers. Dixon goes backwards by hand to Ben Velzen, and he can find Walker on true centre wing.
Comes inboard, and they've lined up again. Finds Turton. It's going to be slow play, but he's going to come out wide here to Westaway. Grandstand side. Westaway looks forward. A couple back in the middle. He's going to have to come further outside, or he's going to dump it long. He's unsure of where he wants to go. He ends up coming out wide here and lands in the hands there of Turton again.
This is where they need the turnover we spoke about in the pre-game.
Absolutely. He's come back into the 45. He's got an open man, and if the kick's good, it is. Lands in the hands there of Nash. Wanted to play on quickly. Baldy and Drew just having a little cuddle there as they try and get around each other. Nash goes forward. Benny Willis is all on his own. He's going to take, dropped what he should have taken. Prowse came over and gave the handball away. Got it back. And he gets another handball out through to Collings. He's on the left foot, comes back inside, looking for Wood. Wasn't able to be there first. Leongatha got numbers at the ball. No one's able to get their handball coming through there. In the end up was Vanderplyt taken without it. And he's going to get the free kick for a push in the back in front of the Moe Lions coach's box.
So 4 minutes in. Margin sits at a point. Favours Leongatha. He looks up, does Vanderplyt. He wants to switch, but there's nothing on. Unless he goes all the way backwards. But now he waits. The patience is good. And Hume can take the mark at half forward. The leading targets in the forward line got plenty of room to move. And the one out the back will be Olden. He's going to fly. And he gets to the front. Olden, he had a good piece of it. Play onto the umpire. Ganane gave a quick handball to Burns. And Burns misses across the face. Too much space for the Leongatha forwards.
2 behinds, 2 points. Leongatha on the Virtue Home scoreboard. We've played just short of 5 minutes.
Just to let everyone know, I am still here, and the game has been played at cracking pace. That's what I mean. We just couldn't get a word in because the way this game has started has been incredible.
Absolutely. Van Dyke, he takes the kick out. Lands in the hands there of Smith. Still inside their defensive 50. He's going to go short again to that man Van Dyke. Slow play again. He's going to give the handball back to Smith. They've got a ball between themselves, those two. His kick is a scrubbly-looking kick. Wasn't able to get anywhere. Marriott was first to it. He's going to go back inside 50, looking for over the top of Hume coming out there. And it's the Lions that are able to repel. And the ball comes out and lands in the hands there of Belfer. He's got Danaher running wide. If he wants to hit him, he does, and he goes down the line, but he's going to go wide.
No.
And Jacob Wood takes the mark. Boundary umpire in this perfect position, Scud.
So were we.
Down nice and low.
Absolutely
Would
no.
take the mark. He's called the play on. He's going to go backwards. Ends up there with Van Dyke.
Leongatha are really protecting this second kick too at the moment, Timmy.
Certainly are. Baldy kept it in front of himself, got the handball away. That was Riley. Quick to get their hands on it first there was Littlejohn. Comes back into the middle there through Bowman. Look to go across the 45 and then goes forward. No one's able to take the mark, but Moe are holding up, wrapped up in a strong tackle there. And the umpire will come in and we'll have a ball up. 55 metres around out from the Parrots' goal. And we've got 2 points on the board.
Just inside's a big gap between the 50 and the centre square. And it's in right in that little spot, City into the ground. Vanderplyt tries to run onto this one, does, and put ball to boot. Quick kick. This time it's to the left of the goals. Another minor score. The Parrots are peppering.
Leongatha 3 behinds, 3 points, and we've played 6.5 minutes. Moe have yet to go inside their forward 50. That's on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
This is where they're getting hurt now with these kick-outs at the moment, Moe. It's that second kick outside the defensive 50 where they're being picked off easily by Leongatha.
So Maslin will come to the near side, looking for and finding Nick Prowse a long way from home, the centre half forward. Kicks down the line. He's got his brother on. Finds him beautifully in the end. As Moe make a quick change, leaves Eden on his own. Decides to disappear there. Chris kicks it down the line. There's 2 little fellas that's going to go at this one, and Little John is one of those. And the Moe player's not named Little Fella. It's not Little John and Little Fella. So Little John goes inboard. They've been able to do this far too easy. Dixon takes a mark. He goes short again. Can't quite find Hume. Ball comes to ground. Brock Smith is there. Got a handball back, picked off by Bowman. Had a bounce straight away. Didn't need to. Gives it to Brill. And we know Brill likes to run. He has one bounce. Golds will chase. And he kicks, does Brill. Does he keep it in towards Olden? Masters closed. And a big spoil, but the free kick's going to be paid to Cam Olden. So Olden will win himself the free kick. Top of the 50. Too far out to score. He didn't even know he had the free kick in the end. Masters just a little bit overzealous on the defence. Olden quickly gets to the top of the 50, unloads. Distance might not be a problem. Accuracy is again. And these chances, they're going begging.
6 inside 50s, 4 behinds, 4 points to Leongatha. Virtue Home scoreboard, 8-minute mark first quarter.
So Moe got their chance at the moment here too to really try and capitalise on these misses from the Parrots at the minute too. So these are the moments now that Moe have got to take hold of.
Van Dyke brings the ball back in. Good hand in there from Dixon. You'll see the ball over the boundary line, still inside the Parrots, just outside the Parrots 50. Have a boundary throw in.
I just love the way the Parrots set up behind the ball as well too. They're prepared to let their opponent go forward and cop up the ball. They'll get the ball back, push it back, then they'll put the 30 or 40 metre bomb inside their forward 50.
Prowse and Stewart go at it. Stewart got the tap down, ends up with Brill. He's wrapped up straight away by Trent Baldy. We'll have a ball up.
Is this a win for Moe, Box?
I think it is a little win at the minute because they're really holding them up. 4 points is the deficit here, but they've just got to get across that centre line at the minute.
Stewart did well, got around, was able to get it there. Getting the handball coming out was Golds. Wasn't able to get anything clear, but the Burns, he got the handball out. Coming through there was Stewart. Free kick's going to be paid there, and it's going to go to the Parrots. It'll be Kim Drew.
So a couple of kicks away. Kim Drew will want to try and get a deep entry on this one. He does just that. The breeze gives it a bit of a hand, a big pack and a big mark. Great defensive mark it was in the end. And it was Prowse who gave it a quick handball to Van Dyke over the top to Riley Baldy. His handball missed the target, so he said, I'll just have to go and get it again. Further handball to field. They can't quite keep it into the field of play. And on the outer side, we've got a ball up 9 3/4 minutes into the first quarter. Leongatha had all the inside 50s, but they only lead by 4 at the moment. It's on the Virtue Home scoreboard. The new Marshall 28, perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home.
Stewart got at it. Prowse was over the back though, gets a handball down. Was looking for Baldy, but Gold's got it on the boot. Wasn't able to get it far enough there, and Sovereign will take the mark and look to reload for the Parrots. He does, delivers the ball deep inside 50. In front there was Garnham. Good hands coming through, but umpires paid a chopping of the arms.
It's the beauty of playing in front though there too, Timmy, as well. The ball, every time Leongatha's got it just outside their forward 50, they're prepared to bring the ball in quickly, at length as well, so their forwards have got to be really prepared. That's where they've got the Moe players napping then too, because Chris Prowse has really worked hard to get back defensively to support his back line, but not this time now with Garnham having a shot at goal.
Absolutely, Garnham come in and to maximise on the Parrots' advantage, puts it forward, and there's the first one of the day to the Parrots.
This is what they've got to do now. They've just got to take advantage of these opportunities coming inside, because they have peppered the inside 50s already. We've only been playing the 11 minutes in this quarter as well, where Moe have really struggled to get it past that centre line at the minute, only because of the way that Leongatha have been set up as well. So it's a bit more thought process for Moe. Where it might have been a win, it could be their detriment as well.
1-4-10 Leongatha, and they hold that lead of 10 points as Moe still have yet to go inside their forward 50, and we've played 11 minutes of the first quarter.
I was just worried that it was a bit like Terrelgan last week. They just kept peppering that same side, Leongatha, and so they need to have a think about bringing that ball this side, grandstand side, and using that breeze a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. And if that's the experience of Leongatha, they might adjust, and they might adjust a little bit quicker. Experienced sides can do that in finals. Back to the middle we go. Prowse with a tap down and the rove. Got ball to boot. Gets towards half forward. Hume's back there with Brill, and Brill will get it and forward handball to Hume. To Westaway it is. Little kick down the line to Olden. Masters works him underneath it. In the back though, it was illegal.
Experienced play there from Olden.
Back from VFL duties. Had a great year with the Richmond Tigers. Might even win the senior best and fairest the way he's going, because no one else will. Olden kicks it inside forward 50. No one can mark it. Ball gets out the back. Working hard, and down on the last line was Jesse Burns, but Moe were able to get it over for a boundary throw-in. So no score.
Just on that senior best and fairest, you're talking Richmond, not the Parrots.
No, that's correct. That's right. Yeah, Richmond. Parrots have got plenty, don't worry. Ruck duties again. Prowse is there, taps it straight down. Rode beautifully by Van der Plein around the body on the left from a stoppage. And the Parrot supporters like it below us.
I'm already starting to see a few little cracks here for the Moe side right now, and it's just coming through that work rate through the middle of the ground from the Parrots. They're just getting cut to pieces, going inside their 50. If the Parrots continue to do this and get that crazy ball inside 50, they've got players of that calibre who are going to be there every single time, and they're going to make them hurt scoreboard side too.
And Leongatha now out to a 16-point lead. We're at the 13-minute mark of the first quarter. The Parrots 2-4-16. Moe yet to score. Virtue Home scoreboard.
Pauls, what's the inside 50s? It'd have to be 10-1, surely.
9-0.
9-0.
Not quite, Boxer. But anyway, you're
close.
spot on.
Yeah.
They haven't looked likely either, and they've just controlled it. We spoke about the pre-game, about all the control in the back half, and again, they tap it down to the Parrots, but the line swoop on this one. Danaher over the shoulder handball under pressure.
Jeez.
Eden got a little bit of tunnelling and just landed on his back. Yes, he did, not his head. That's good. So Ned Hanley it is. And Hanley has it for Leongatha, drives it inside forward 50. The big pack when the big fly couldn't complete the mark. Golden tap forward. Working hard there was Burns. He tried to tap it into a teammate running onto that one. Couldn't do so. Now is it Marriott that becomes the tackler? And on the last line of defence, the umpire says, let's ball it up.
So, Scud, if we watch the replay tomorrow again, the first 10 kicks inside the 50 for the Parrots have all been 30 or 40 metre kicks in.
Prowse with the tap down. Dangerous spot for the defenders. Alden's there. Good work by Van Dyke to wrap him up. We'll do it again.
And what they're happy to do, though, too, they're putting the ball in air because they've got the licence to jump inside their 50, these Parrots.
Garner and Prowse go at it. Prowse got the tap down from behind. Handballs comes out there, ends up through Maslin. Able to get clearing kick out, looking for Baldy, but it was Talon Brill that's taken the intercepting mark there, 35 metres out.
Timmy had an opportunity to play on there and have a bounce and kick a goal, so it could have actually worked through that prediction from the pre-game.
Talon Brill likes the Zambrero goal of the day.
Loves it.
Don't be surprised if this goes through, Tim, and he points to us.
Absolutely. It's a tough kick with this one where the breeze is coming from. Be coming over his right shoulder. He's about 35 out. Makes his way in, puts the ball on the boot, sends it forward. Goal umpire says, that is as good as you get. And there is a Zambrero goal of the day contender.
Just give him a wave, Timmy.
He's doing a double wave. If you can keep picking them like that, can you give me the tats that on for the night too, Daryl? Because that was an absolutely perfect kick too. And the pocket was tough too because the breeze is pushing across to that point post as well. So he actually timed it perfectly off the foot. The Lions now have to go man on man just to stop the quell of the movement now of the Parrots because right now they're getting told a story.
And the last three inside 50s have resulted in the 3 goals. That takes Leongatha to 3-4-22 on the Virtue Home scoreboard. Still leading by that very margin of 22 points.
Made a move off the bench too. They're going to go with a 7th down back as well just to stop this onslaught from the Parrots.
Stewart with a handball, but he threw it. Good tackle by the ruckman.
So this is where it's going to hurt them. They're going to be one short.
And Westaway's that loose man. As Prowse drives it in, Westaway's going to be unopposed. The other Prowse is there. That is Nick Variety. Comes to ground level. Littlejohn didn't have the footy. And free kick to Littlejohn. No. He said Littlejohn held on to Belfer.
It was a great call by the umpire then too. It was nearly the most professional free kick you want to see so far this afternoon. He had hold of the arm and he's just dragged him down and he won himself the free kick.
So Belfer looks up. He wants someone to present at him. He goes short to the pocket. Riley Baldy backpedals. Beautiful kick in the end. Centimetre perfect. And Baldy will kick this from 48 metres. No, he's going to pass it off to Pepper. Strong hands. He had 2 bites at it. They'll pay that in front of Ben Velzen. A good strong lead from Pep.
Yeah, it was a good kick and a good lead as well. But again, in a tough spot, he hasn't really gained too much yardage. It's just the angle's a lot better now. But the wind is blowing across the ground too. So it's going to take a fair kick to get this through.
Well, it's a big moment right now for the Lions. All thanks to Metricon Homes, Australia's #1 builder, 8 years strong. As Pepper comes in, just a casual approach, 1 step, right foot. Does it get the distance? Moe like it. Touched. Leongatha, 1 player there, Dixon said I touched it, and the umpire agreed. Minor score.
1 behind 1 point. Moe's now on the board at the 17-minute mark of the first quarter, trailing by 21 points. Leongatha 3-4-22, Virtue Home scoreboard.
Maskell will bring the ball in, gains about 10 yards and then delivers a ball down the side, looking for Big Benny Willis. Wasn't able to take it on the first bright. Van Dyke, he couldn't get anything happening clean. Handball comes out of it. Ganane's going to just see it over the boundary line. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
It's a pretty rare afternoon when we've been playing 17.5 minutes, and that was Cade Maskell's first kick of the afternoon as well.
He's had 2, I think you'll find, Box.
Sorry about that.
But still, it's been up the other end of the ground.
Correct.
Comes in. Prowse, Chris got the tap down. Hanley, he doesn't have it. He's called to play on. Chris goes again. He's been everywhere, the big fella. He was the Gippsland live player of the day last week.
Thanks to Gippsland Ozuzu.
Going to go at it again. He's going to have a big day. Big Benny Willis takes front position. Prowse giving the tap down, looking for Riley Baldy. He get to it first. He does. He's wrapped up straight away there by Kim Drew. We'll have a ball up right in front of the commentary box here at Parrot Park. We've been going just over 18 minutes, and it is the Parrots in front by 21 points. Big Benny Willis got the big fist in there. Baldy was first to it. Riley tries to fend off Marriott. Not going to get away from him too often. And then there's a free kick that's been paid off. Out of field. The The controlling umpire was directly in front of it, and the non-controlling paid the free kick. So it'll go to Riley Baldy.
It's called the sling, Timmy.
It is. Baldy takes 10 yards, puts the ball deep inside 50. Pepper's going to fly from 3 back. Benny Willis was in front. Couldn't quite hold it down there. Comes back out. Maskell gets the handball over. Looking for and finding there in the hand was Turton to Drew. His chip kick going forward. Not able to get in front of it, but it comes out to Hanley. His handball across to Garnham. Wasn't able to get there, and coming through was Mulqueen. He'll see the ball over in between the two coaches' boxes for a boundary throw-in.
Be careful, Declan Kelsey just tackled Luke Mulqueen, his own teammate, and just a bit proppy on one leg at the moment. 19 minutes in, first quarter. Ball back in. Wheeler's tried to tap over the back, hit him in the head in the end. Bowman works hard. Little John was there as well. Bowman with strength, somehow got a handball out to open space. They've called a throw. Looked good to me. Not too far away.
Small little wins here for Murray at the minute too. So, and they're hunting in numbers too. So the last couple of minutes there too, they've really upped the tempo.
Trent Baldy comes towards Prowse, gets shoved underneath it. Out the back, the loose man, Maskell. And this is where they just hold on to it to Little John. Maskell will run around the back. He'll receive the handball, looks up. Got one lateral if he wants. It's Bent Velzen. Goes in that direction now and hits him. And they're still in their defensive 50. Burns presents. That's ignored. Bent Velzen goes, I've got Maskell out to the right if I want, or I'm just going to kick it down the line to Bowman, who would fly, can't complete the mark. Hume tried to help it on. Moe's got a swoop on the loose ball, and they get a free kick out of that. That was holding the man. Only player went to attack it, and they don't like the little treatment that was dished out then.
Hey, Scott, I'm just going to quickly go around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland in the Mid-Gippsland Football League prelim final. You know, they trail Foster 1 straight 6 to 2-2-14.
We've got a 50-metre penalty after this too, I think you'll find, guys, and it's going in the hands of Brock Smith. So the 50 will bring Brock to about the man on the mark, 45. On the far side of the ground, kicking towards the Strzelecki Hills end. This is the tough shot, I think, with the breeze. Just coming across his, a little bit of sort of front on and across that left shoulder of his. We'll need to start it to the left. I think he's probably right on the limit now, Brock, but it's a big moment for the Lions. He's side trail by 21. Right foot kick on its way. Started left, works back and hits the upright ever so close. Virtue Home scoreboard, the new Marshall 28.
Moe now 2 behind 2 points, trailing by 20 points. Leongatha 3-4-22. Moe had the last 4 inside 50s.
You can check out the new Marshall 28. It's on Marshall's Road, believe it or not. It's in Terrelgan. That's why they called it the Marshall.
It's a unique.
You wouldn't know.
Innovative. Maskell brings the ball back in. Lands there in the hands there of Hugh. Slow play there. He's called to play on. Hasn't got much to go. He's got one coming from behind, which is Eden. He runs out to his left, puts it on the boot. Going out basically looking for finding grass, and if he can, he'll find the boundary line. And he does.
And they've just fine-tuned it a little bit now, Murray. They're really forcing the error. So it's taken a little bit of time where we've seen Parrots have been able to slingshot out of their defensive 50 quickly. Now they've been able to hold it up, man on man, get the ball to ground and forcing them to kick down the line. So some really good wins here for Murray.
Willis and McGrath will go at it. Big Willis gets the tap down. Coming through there is Trent Baldy. He looks to fend off Hanley. Didn't get the clean tap away.
Hold the ball.
Holding the ball, but paid advantage. Not that there was much advantage going on there for either team. Certainly for the Parrots. Hume, he's wrapped up straight away.
Free kick over the shoulder, Timmy.
Coming through, and it'll go
Gather's way.
It'll actually go to Vanderplyte. Vanderplyte gets a handball out to Brill. There he goes. He turns on the Jets again. Delivers the ball inside 50. It's a wobbly kick. Grab that if you can. Ganane does. He's wrapped up straight away. I'm not sure how he got the handball out when he only had one arm there. Hume, he couldn't wrap it up straight away. Burns, he's in a 360. And he'll get paid for holding the ball. And the free kick will end up there in the hands of Masters. Masters will go out wide. He does there and ends up coming out there through Van Dyke. Comes out wide. But he's unable to hit his target out there. And he's going over for another boundary throw-in. In front of the second Leongatha coach's box.
Yep, you're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM across Gippsland and the Valley. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Get 10 years warranty of Miller, limited time only. Ball comes back into the field of play here. Bowman tried to run through. Brill tries to help. Bowman gets it back again. Now gets ball to boot. Top of the 50 it goes. It's 2-on-1. Olden works hard. Numbers favour Back there was Blackshaw, the Lions, and Van Dyke kick was smothered. Mulqueen's kick was smothered in the end. Now the pressure comes from the forwards. A little tap forward from Burns. Handball over the shoulder. Gets out towards Garnham. He tries to get it back to Burns, who becomes the tackler now. And the Lions stand strong at the moment. Although they ran out of real estate, did Trent Baldy. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 23 and 3/4 minutes gone to the first quarter.
Scott, in the North Gippsland Football League prelim final as well. We've got Yallourn North, 4-5-29. They lead Woodside just the 1 point.
Big game there. Of course, the TTU Bombers are in the grand final, waiting for their opponent. They'll be next Saturday afternoon. We've got a boundary throwy back here at Parrot Park. We're into the first quarter. 20 points is the margin at the moment.
Ruckman to go at it, and it's going to be Garnham. They were well and truly off the ball. Not sure what was happening there. Danaher came through, threw it onto the left boot. It's high and it's under, and Prowse is out there. Nick.
1 on 5, Tim? 1 on 5 out there.
Parrots have loaded back. Prowse did well. He got it over the boundary line.
And that's because the defence of Leongatha allows their players to float up because they're going to rely on that slingshot and get them on the back end. So good play there by the Parrots.
McGrath gets the tap down, but Marriott was read it better. Handballed inboard, looking for Van der Plyt. Just couldn't get it cleanly. Fighting hard at ground level. Nicely done on that occasion was Van Dyke. And it's going to come back, though. The Parrots are going to dump it down towards the half-forward flank area. Tap forward over there was from Hanley. Burns swooped on it, gathered it, and from 50 does a wobbly one. Read better. Back there nicely for the Lions defence was Mulqueen. He squares it out wide. He's got Trent Baldy. Takes the mark and now just casual as you like. Plays on, finds Masters. Near side, grandstand side here at Leongatha. Got Riley Baldy now at the defensive 50. Finds him by foot. Wants someone to work into a little bit of space. Not being able to do that, so he's just going to have to kick it. A sideways drop punt and turn it over. Bowman gathers it, wins it, and then plays on, and from 50 unloads. He's got it off the instep and in front of Mulqueen. Just lands on the line. Mulqueen argues with the umpire for a second and said that was out of bounds on the full.
Considering the start box, Moe have settled, but the Parrots are still 3 goals in front.
And it's a decision-making coming out of the defensive 50 as well.
Ball comes back in. Prowse and Garnham. Garnham tried to get it, but Prowse got the tap down. Free kick to be paid there, and it'll go to Prowse.
I feel like we're in Bairnsdale again with that wind coming through the mic.
A little bit of gust. Don't worry about that.
Chris Prowse is going to go out to the far side out there and finds out there in Mulqueen. He tries to go up over the top looking for the Golds out there. Wasn't able to get it, but ended up in the hands there of Maslin. He gets it on the boot, comes forward out there and Woods by himself. He's got nothing. He's only got one ahead of him, though. He's got 4 Parrots back, but he does well. Experience comes back inside, lands there in the hands of Woodall.
They had to go backwards because Leongatha's setup and structure behind the footy was awesome.
Absolutely it was. They looked to go inside 50, the Parrots, but it's going to end up short there. Nick Prowse wasn't able to take the mark there. Head over the ball there, Trent Baldy. Gets a handball out to Nick Prowse. His free kick's going to be paid. It's going to go to Trent Baldy in that one.
I feel like the whistle's been blown a fair bit this quarter, Paul.
9 free kicks apiece, Box. You're
They
right.
quickly play on. They're going to unload with a high kick. Ferrado with a big Benny Willis. Even the ruckman's getting involved down back now. And Willis takes the mark. He says, I don't want to kick it, though. I'll give it to Maskell. And Maskell spears one out to Hume. On the hop it finds him. Slick hands to Ganane. Closing quickly with a strong tackle from the Lions on Ganane was Ferrado. And we'll have a ball up.
Those kicks are made for players like Benny Wilson. Benny Willis, not Wilson. With the wind the way it is at the moment, the ball holds up.
Prowse with the tap down. A little quick kick. Leongatha play might be hurt there after got dumped. King Drew. He turned the footy over. Maslin took the mark. Now he gets called to play on. Goes back onto the right foot. Inside it goes. Lots of Parrots back there. Maskell's one of them. But he's got a few supporters. Dixon was one. And then Ben Velzen's another. And Westaway's the other one. They clear it out with ease. Goes towards Alden and Masters. That's a good battle so far building. Collins is there. He's got no support. Wrapped up quickly by Walker. He had no support because Masters went to ground and Collins got nabbed by Walker.
And Box, none of them are out on the full free kicks either.
Walker comes back in, goes through Hanley's hand, and there's the quarter time siren.
28 minutes it took. It was Leongatha. Started like a house on fire. Out to that 22 game high margin, and then they got a couple of points, did Moe, to close things out. It is Leongatha 3-4-22 to Moe, 2 behind, and that is quarter time, and that is your first quarter all done. For Virtue Homes, it is Gippsland Live. That's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
Oh, we've finally made it. It's the first week of the finals. Let's have a look at the top 5. Starting us off at number 1, Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi here. Great creative stuff. He kicks this mid-air though. A fantastic finish.
Well read and quickly got ball to boot. In a blink of an eye, Wonthaggi have got 2.
Number 2, it's Ryan Sparks here from Wonthaggi. He gets the hand pass out of the back and big snap for the goal.
Handball off there to the teammate in Sparks. And the best man on the ground kicks the best goal of the day.
Number 3, it's Chance Daltrey here from Terrelgan. In blustery conditions, he unloads from beyond the arc and sends it home.
He gives it to Daltrey. Comes back onto the right foot. Thumps it high and long. Breeze might bring this back beautifully from a standing start, if you don't mind. That's the spark the Maroons want, and it's come from Chance Daltrey.
That's a thumping kick.
Coming in at number 4, it's Lucas Tripodi here from Terrelgan. Just gets the hand pass and shapes this one through. Lovely, lovely stuff.
Might own Cafe Aviva, but he might have a Zambrero burrito in his hand.
Yeah, perfect build-up for...
Number 5, it's Max Woodall here from Moe. We saved the best for last. Look at him go. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3. Can he get a 4th? He does. He lines it up. Is it home? Oh yeah. Max Woodall was cooking.
It's one of the best we've seen all year. And the youngster in Max Woodall, take your hat off to that. A running, bouncing goal. There's none better in this game of footy.
Of the ruckman, Chris Prowse, 10 hit-outs. Lockley McGrath, 1. That's for Moe. For Leongatha, 5 to Ben Willis, 4 to Jared Stewart. Individually, the players were following: Cade Maskell, 7 disposals. Tom Marriott, 6, 5 to Jake Vanderplyte and 3 to Kim Drew. For Moe, it is 9 disposals to Riley Baldy, 7 to Scott Van Dyke, 5 to Trent Baldy and 2 to Ben Danaher.
Thank you very much. Here's some scores that Boxer has been working hard during the break to get for us, and we appreciate everyone who sends those in, especially Owen Carter, who runs the Gippsland Footy Facebook page, does wonderful things with the Gippsland Footy page. Nick Lucchino, what do you got for us? All thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
Does a great job. Owen does fantastically well. Okay, let's go to the mid-Gippsland prelim final, played at Moore East. It's, 1 straight 6. They trail Foster 4-2-26. The North Gippsland prelim final as well being played at Hayfield, Yallourn North, 4-5-29. They lead Woodside just to 1 point at quarter time. East Gippsland Football League grand final played at the Bairnsdale City Oval. Lucknow 3-3-21 to Boysdale Bragalong 2-2-14.
And Boxer Lucknow kicked 21 those 3-3 before Boysdale even scored.
Yeah, so a good little comeback there by the Bombers. In the prelim final in the Allenbank Football League, Allenbank 3-2-20. They lead Longwarry 2 straight 12. And in the West Gippsland Football League prelim final played at Darlston, Coralline 3-3-21. They trail Nanagoon 4-2-26. Scudman.
All right, back here. Spectators are just taking their time getting off the oval for this big second quarter for the Moe Racing Club. Don't forget, Moe Cup Day is not that far away. You can check out moeracingclub.com.au for all the details. If you want to get into a marquee, country racing is none better than the Moe Racing Club, and you can jump in and no doubt after the Moe side here this afternoon go deep into the finals. That's where you'll be looking to book the racing package for Cup Day. We'll get you all those details shortly there. As this second quarter is about to get underway, the Lions trail though by 20 points. Willis will start things off in the ruck with Prowse. And Prowse has pretty much done it for the whole quarter. He got that tap down again. Baldy had a little bit of a fumble. Head over the football was Marriott's going to win himself the free kick. Trent just got into his back there. So they are kicking with a breeze. This will indicate how strong it is and just how many goal advantage. You just sense Leongatha are on top though. That kick travelled with a bit of distance. Brock Smith went back with a flight. Olden roved it, gathered it, 45, kick around the bodies away. The bounce of the ball, it's going to sneak home for a minor score. So inside 30 seconds, we're going to score on the board for the Parrots.
3-5-23 on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. Leongatha leading by 21 points over Moe, who are 2 behind 2 points.
Quickly, they go short to Danaher. They square it out wide to Mulqueen. Just at his toes, but it's okay. Pops up for him. Sells some candy. Gets around the tackler. Now to Golds. Golds goes backwards. Wants to handball. Now the kick comes back. Does it find Maslin? It does. Where Leongatha have this part of the ground in their control. Moe seem a little bit nervous as he gets called to play on. He just wants to get it out of the area. Kicks down to the wing. No one can mark, but the free kick's going to go Prowse's way. Nick
Prowse will look to play on quickly, and he does. He's got a runner out there in Woodall. If it sits for him, it'll be good. It doesn't. It bounced over the top of his head, but he's quick enough to get back onto it. Kicks it inside 50. One-on-one contest there. Ben Felsen. Westaway got back to help him out in the contest with Pepper, and you'll see the ball over the boundary line.
Geez, they put your heart in your mouth too when you're a Moe supporter, when you're defensive 50. They play around inside there, and they really had to work hard to get it out. And luck's a fortune they got a free kick kicking down the line, but get the ball out of the area and work rate hard enough to get the ball inside 50.
Went over the top of the ruckman head, but Drew was first to get down there. Was Sovereign. He got the quick kick forward. He's going looking for the safety of the boundary line outside 50, and he does. We'll have another boundary throw in.
You can see Moe's intent to try and get the ball out of their defensive 50. They were prepared to use the ball, but a couple of little fundamental skills actually let them down too. So they've got to get that right as well.
Scott Van Dyke just in a little bit of concern, just holding a right shoulder too. Keep an eye on that.
Willis did well to get Prowse out of the way, got the tap down and boot to ball. Not able to take it there in their hands there. Came in through, coming in there was Haywood. Coming through though was Marriott, who stole it there from out of it. Oldham was in front, but good work there. Taking the mark, not paid there against, there was Masters. Coming out there, Hanley, he's wrapped up straight away though, and a great tackle by Riley Baldy. And it'll be a free kick to him.
It was a bit of a payback there too, because it was definitely a mark then as well. But Baldy was good enough to get that tackle in as well.
Goes short to Chris Prowse. Handball out wide to the runner in Maslin. His outlet kick's going to be too long. Dixon comes across with a big fist and thumps it over the boundary line. They are so well set up,
Yep.
and it's hard to penetrate with when you're playing offensive football against this Leongatha side.
And it's because they're prepared to lag off their own opponent, because they'll free up. Then they've freed up Guy Dixon, and Eagles prepared to come off Prowse as well. And what a punch out, gets the stoppage, and they can reset again.
So Willis and McGrath. McGrath tried to grab it out the ruck. Willis does some groundwork. Oh, big crunching tackle. That's the physicality you come to see on finals time.
It was airborne then when he hit the tackle as well.
Kim Drew is still sucking in the big ones.
And Kim Drew got hurt early in that, late in that first quarter. He had a back injury too, so this is not going to help what happened prior. We hope he's okay, but that's 2 heavy knocks he's had.
Dare just say he's probably struggling to get some wind in.
Yeah.
Air in?
Air in and wind out, yeah.
No, well, there's wind out there.
He's not trying to get wind in, though.
Yeah, well, you don't want to get that wind in. It's probably the wrong wind to get in.
Not from your wind, Boxer.
No.
I don't want it out either.
No.
Especially not the commentary box. And Kim Drew just walks away. They're about to restart the play here.
They do, and it's Prowse who gets the tap down.
Uh-oh.
Drew's first to it. He said, I'm getting rid of this thing as quick as I can to Marriott. He gave it to Canane, back to Marriott by hand. Isn't able to find anyone in particular. Shields gets a handball out, looking for space. It doesn't. It's the Parrots who are going to go forward. Coming through, looking there for Olden if it gets over the back, but Maslin cuts it off in front of him. And he'll take the relieving kick and come grandstand side here. The mark's taken by Shields. He's got runners coming on the outside in Masters. Looks to go inboard, and if it's a good kick it is, finds Riley Baldy. He's got quick, he's got 2 runners, and one of them's Wood. And he's onto it. Wood delivers the ball inside 50.
Oh,
he's got
downfield.
Free kicks being paid downfield, absolutely.
Yeah.
No?
It's going to Leongatha. I'm not sure what's happened there.
Jacob Wood kicked the footy, and the Leongatha defender jumped up and turned his body and ran straight into him. I feel you've got to have the duty of care if you're jumping in the air to run into the opponent. That's going to be a downfield. But anyway, it's gone the other way, Tim.
Absolutely, it has, and the Parrots will take the free kick from deep in their 50.
Yeah, Bent Velzen will relieve the pressure. High kick. Olden flew early, didn't complete the mark, but the mark will be paid to Masters, who just read it a little bit better. He points and says, I want to go long and deep. Goes in the direction of Prowse, can't complete the mark. Although a whistle goes, free kick will go to Nick Prowse.
It looked like more for a tunnel rather than the arms were chopped as well. So it was a good kicking board there as well. It was a good lead too. You had 2 to beat there, Prowse. So we saw before with Brill, he was probably on a tighter angle than what Nick Prowse is right now. But some nice little signs here for Moe. They've just got to make sure these opportunities are met now.
Yeah, they've got to be smart going inside forward 50 with this breeze as well. It's not a great breeze. It's a beautiful day. Don't worry about that. We had breeze last week.
That wasn't breeze. That wasn't breeze.
A hurricane.
Hurricane.
So Nick Prowse comes in, 45-degree angle, 48 metres, starts it right, brings it back, hits the post again.
The top.
Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Moe 3 behind 3 points, which include 2 posters, and they are trailing Leongatha, who are 3-5-23.
Maskell, that one hit the top of the goalpost there.
Nearly got stuck.
Absolutely. Maskell look to go the far side. Instead, he's going to go straight down the middle here. Olden's going to be the first one. Actually, no, it's Drew who takes the mark. He did well and got rid of Trent Baldy out of the way. So it looks like he's got that air and wind back in, Scud.
In his lungs, yep.
Drew goes forward. Olden's got to go 1-on-2. Maslin's in front. He does well to make the contest as Olden. Masters did well, got the handball down. Prowse, the big fella, did the sidestep there, didn't know what to do with the thing. Ganane, he picked it up, got it on the hands there, coming through. Looking for and finding there is Hume. It's well done by Drew.
He's copped another one.
They're getting
stuck into him. Hume plays on quickly, lowers the eyes, finds Garnham 25 metres out, directly in front, all by himself.
You've got to get the lad off.
Poor Kim Drew's caught one on the left, now he's caught one on the right.
Dropped it from everywhere, and the Lions are trying to have chats. What they needed to do was actually man up, though, because the second leading goal kicker in the Alinta Energy Gippsland League was all alone, 25 metres out, directly in front. Garnham comes in looking for his second on the day. Goal umpire moves a little bit to the right, but that's the second for him and the fourth for the Parrots.
This is a difference now too. The opportunities have to be met every time the ball comes inside 50, and you've got those ones like that then too. What I love about the way Leongatha transitioned then from the defensive 50 was it was a 2-kick play. So Maskell loves to run on and play on when he gets the kick out, and he gains so much yardage. You hit the ball in the middle of the ground. Next thing you know, the second kick's inside 50, and they're having a shot at goal. So great setup, great finish then by Garnham. So well done to the Parrots again.
And the Parrots are now at a 26-point lead at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. Murray Racing Club scoreboard. Leongatha 4-5-29 to Murray 3 behinds, 3 points.
So Prowse and Willis. Willis got up high and tapped it down. Drew's there, couldn't go with him. Ferrado tapped it. Trent Baldy handballs back to Riley. And Riley's little kick towards half forward. McGrath just got shoved out of the way. Play on. No, free kick. Thought it was good body work in the end. Free kick will go to Lockie McGrath. He gives a handball off to Riley Baldy. And from 50, he kicked it 3 metres. Dribbled along the ground. Back there was Brill to help out. Gives a handball to Bent Vels and the old 1-2. Back to Brill. Didn't take possession. And Eden said, I'll help you over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
They're the stats that don't get picked up. Ben Willis put the pressure on Riley Baldy. Then he come from his blind side. Just a slight bump. And if you hit him, you'd know when Ben Willis hits you. But just enough to get that kick to grub along the ground.
McGrath and Willis takes front position and he gets the tap down. Coming through, got the quick kick forward there. Ended up being Ferrado. No one's able to take... Wrapped up straight away there in 3 or 4 players. The umpire's going to come in. We'll have another ball up.
I suppose that's the difference then too. Hugh Pepper was in front. Hugh, I called him Hugh again. Play on.
Willis with the big tap. He wanted to clear the thing out of there. Wasn't able to take it. Was Marriott Bowman's coming through, wrapping up straight away in the tackle. Is Trent Baldy, and we're going to have another ball up inside the Lions 50. They still haven't put a major through, and we've gone over 9.5 minutes here in this second quarter.
Yeah, big moments for Metricon Holmes.
Absolutely. Free kick's going to be paid here for holding the ball.
Trying to bust his way through on that occasion, Timmy.
Absolutely. I was just trying to see who that was. Scout, it was Trent Baldy.
Yeah. Talon Brilla will get the free kick, I think, and he wants a little bit more too because he's holding the bottom of his chin, but he says,
I'm going to put the Jets on and I'm going to go. He gives it to Big Benny Willis, who's wrapped up straight away by Eden. But quick enough to get the hand out to Bowman. Good tackle there by Riley Baldy. Ball comes inside there by Collings. Out there and behind himself there is Huey Pepper. It's going to be a tight angle. He's outside the boundary line, kicking into the breeze boxer.
You'll know he'll celebrate before he kicks it, like he did last week.
Tough kick from that pocket.
Puts the ball on the ground, just wipes the sweat off the hands.
Just watch Harry Pepper, Timmy. That's all you need to worry about. Don't worry about where the ball goes.
Puts it on the boot. Gives us nothing, so I'm going to say at the point. I didn't even look at the goals. It gives me nothing.
25-point lead to Leongatha at the 11-minute mark of the second quarter. 4-5-29. Murray now 4 behinds, 4 points.
Well, Maskell stands in the square. He's not going to go up the middle at the moment because no one's there. He's going to come to the grandstand side and kick towards Olden, and good mark from the side. Nicely done. Brock Smith has certainly taken some intercept marks. He's taken over that role from Declan Kelty down back. Looks up, tries to lower the eyes and kick it to a piercing one, but standing in front of that is Sovereign. He switches play, gets it out wide to Garnham, takes the mark. Handball over the top is going to be on to Walker. No, it's Hume in the end, and Collings will close quickly. Hume took a bounce, then he kicked it to a 1-on-2. Burns is there, and it's the tall. He socketed off his shin. Prowse was there. Maslin to help out. handball to Blackshaw. Lost the footy. They're under pressure. Hume, little kick. Does it get over the top of Smith? It does. Second effort was good. Smith will handball. Hayward muffed it. Alden socketed off the ground, hit the post. And Moe Lions take a deep breath, a sigh of relief, as they look at each other in the goal square.
Murray Racing Club scoreboard 4-6-30 Leongatha. Murray 4 behinds, 4 points.
So just Holden just hunted then, and he forced the error and nearly got himself a goal to boot.
Absolutely he did. It was Brock Smith with the kicking, went to Blackshaw. He goes short out there, ends up in the hands there of Maslin. He's got short, and that's a free kick that'll go against Dixon there. The free kick will go to Chris Prowse. He gave one to Dixon though, and now he's reversed it. Dixon's played it well. He was silly, but Dixon played it well. He got down like he'd been completely hit, but he wasn't. Smart play, though. Gets the ball forward. Burns. 2 kicks from goal he is. It's about 70 out. Far side here at Parrot Park. Looks to go short. He's told to dump it long, and he does. It's a 2-on-1 contest. Olden second in line. Wasn't able to get his hands there. Hanley was down the first there with his helmet on. Taken off the ball. And the umpire didn't see that one, and we're going to have a boundary throw in instead.
Here we go again.
A few little bit of push and shove.
Free kick, Leongatha away.
And these are the moments that we're going to be talking about later on, and especially as coaches, if they score a goal out of these two turnovers that shouldn't have been there at all, these are the moments they're going to be talking about for ages.
Absolutely big moments for Metricon Holmes here as the Parrots push the ball forward. Hume's there, Prowse is there, it's tall. Hume, 1, 2, paid the mark.
Yeah,
Absolutely, he got the fist in between Prowse. The Lions are going to call it. They're arguing their case, but the reality of it is, if you're going to do it in the defensive 50, get the thing out of there. You can't mark that. Hume was smart, put his fist in the middle, was able to take it on the second grab. And it's unravelling here for the Lions. Hume, 20 metres out directly in front. Bang, and there's number 5 for the Parrots.
And this is what happens when you got to review the game. It started with Prowse and that turnover. They already had the kick. So it's those times there where I haven't got a crystal ball to say they could have got it forward and could have done anything with it. But it's those moments then. And then to back it up with another silly indiscretion, it's cost you a goal. And when you haven't scored a goal yourself, these are the times when you say to yourself, what are we doing? We need to start refocusing back here.
And the lead now out to 32 points, and we're at the 14-minute mark of the second quarter. Murray Racing Club scoreboard, Leongatha 5-6-36. Murray 4 behind, 4 points.
Just noticed an interesting runner for the Lions in Gold Coast Sun, Bailey Humphrey. Good to see him back supporting his home club. Danaher gives a handball to Ferrado. They try and go forward. Actually, what they should do, maybe put a jumper on Bailey. They go to half foot again to the Lions. Willis is there. Somehow got it across to Ganane. He kicked it off the instep. And going back of the two line defenders, Mulqueen's back there. Oh. And just let it go over. Timmy Boxer wasn't happy with that.
No, and I think he dodged the shadow, and it wasn't his, or it was his. But the thing is, there's some really bad signs here happening for Murray right now.
Game's in the balance right now, 32 points. Another goal to Leongatha. You could just about put it down. They're inside forward 50. They try through Bowman, shuffled it out. Ganane with a double tap down, trying to work hard at ground level is Olden. Masters, Hayward it is that closes. They keep the feet to the Parrots. Burns goes back by hand to Westaway, and Westaway's little kick to Kim Drew. Look out for those ribs. Kick around the body. A high ball. Olden completes the mark. He does. He's so strong in the air. And the umpire says it's a mark to Cam Olden every day of the week. Moe can argue it, but it looked a clear mark from here. And Olden will have a shot.
He definitely marked it, Scud, and I don't even know what they're arguing about at the minute too, but I'm happy to say that Leongatha have some of the best small forwards I've seen for many years, and they hunt in numbers. They prepare to back each other up as well. So if one goes, one will lag off as he passes it off.
And he goes to Vanderplyte. Good spoil by Ferrado, but front and square is Drew. Left foot around the body. Can't get it back and half. Bending not there. Minus score, Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
Leongatha leading by 33 points at the 16-minute mark of the second quarter. 5-7-37 to 4 behind, 4 points.
Moe just need to control this ball for the next couple of minutes as Smith is looking, but he hasn't got anyone open. Comes out wide. And Trent Baldy worked hard. Right in front of the commentary box here at Parrot Park. Hope you're enjoying it here on Gippsland Live on TRFM. He goes down the line. The work underneath it was done well there by Nash. Sovereign's here if he wants him. So is Hanley.
Moe's got about 4 back.
Nash delivers a ball inside 50. He's going to land about 45 metres out, coming out and taking that strong mark there with Smith. He wants to play on quickly, and he does to Danaher. It's a dump kick down the line, though. Who's going to be first to it? And there's about 7 or 8 Parrots that are there. And it's Bence Velsman to Ganane. Back to Bence Velsman. He delivers the ball inside 50. The Lions have got all the numbers back, and it's Mulqueen who takes a contested mark.
That's 7 back there, Timmy, back in their defensive 50.
And when they turned the ball over, that was why the Parrots were able to run there. They had all their players back. Blackshaws take the kick outside 50.
Nick Lucchino, quick around the grounds check.
In the netball A grade, it is Moe 25. They trial Warrigal 32.
All right. Meanwhile, Van Dyke went to centre half back, got it to Hayward, who gets it further out wide to Golds, and Golds looks down the line. There's nothing down the line, but he decides to kick it anyway. It's going to go high. That's probably not bad in the end, but it's going to bounce and come back inboard. Marriott can win it. His handball didn't quite find the target. Eden came the other way. He gave it to Trent Baldy. He lost it in the tackle, holding the footy. And they've just losing their way of the Lions at the moment. And I just wanted to go back to being...
And 50. 50.
Yeah, they're lipping off a little bit at the moment too. There's a bit of frustration kicking in too now for the Lions. So this game could really blow out dreadfully. I think it's a double 50 by the look of it.
No,
Jeez.
but I think, Boxer, that they've only got themselves to blame.
They do.
So Little John on the end of the 50 gives a handball off to Sovereign, who's under pressure. Little chip kick. Hume's got a backpedal, and Brock Smith takes another intercept mark. His short little kick was a wobbly one to Golds off the side. It works, but geez, it was dangerous.
Golds goes down the line. He's going to a 2-on-1. Nick Prowse went up, wasn't able to get anything on it. Maskell is going to try and take three of them on, and I would say that is holding the ball, and that's what the umpire gives him there. He just professionally sits on top of it, and Prowse looks to play on. He's got someone down the line out there in Belfer, if you can find him, but coming over the top there was Marriott. Got the fist in, and we'll have a boundary throw in. 18 and a half minutes gone here, second quarter. It's the Parrots leading by 33 points, and the Lions still haven't registered a major.
Not too many Zambrero goals of the day contended just yet. You can turn up the heat with the new spicy range, Zambrero, Terrelgan and Warrigal.
Willis, but Prowse was good enough to try and get it over the back. Was Drew.
Over the shoulder. He's got one in the head.
I tell you. Someone take him off.
You've got to concentrate on what's going on with the ball in hand.
It was just making sure Kim Drew was actually able to get up. He's lost 3 ribs in his head today so far.
What a kick. Still good.
Absolutely. Comes through and finds Nash. Nash in the middle of Parrot Park. Sorry, Turton it was. He looks out and finds Garnham. He's on a massive lead. 70 out, turns on a dime, does well, gets around Mulqueen. The Mulqueen, good pressure. Handball from Bowman, looking to deliver the ball inside 50. Tapping it around there. Maslin's going to try and relieve it for the Lions. He's got nowhere to go. He's just going to dump it on the boot. And for some reason it lands in the hands there, or luckily lands in the hands there of Collings.
Yeah, they're sort of working those little sideways kicks as Collings goes direct this time over the top of Prowse's head. Maskell and the 22 and 23 it is, McGrath and Maskell. Maskell wins it, handballs over the top to Little John. He's got a runner out there in Bent Velzen. His kick, just enough pressure, but it lands in the hand of Bowman. And Bowman on the wing, although it's coming back to Prowse.
I'm not sure.
I think he said he went too far by the look of it.
Interesting. So Nick Prowse comes in board. Oh, he can't find Danaher. He goes over. The Parrots are away. Garnham got an option. Handballs to Turton. He handballs over the top now to Stewart. He gets through one. Gives it to Garnham. Garnham will square it out wide. Talonbril can grab it and slow it up. Thought he might have taken it on. He's got some wheels, but no, he got 3 spare back at the moment, so he's just going to wait. He'll go piercing kick to Bowman right in the middle of this Leongatha Rec Reserve. He lowers the eyes. Does it get to Burns? Not quite. Burns' second effort is good. He hit it hard. Maslin, fight for it. Burns shuffles it out. Brill followed it on. Goes to ground. Mulqueen put the tackle on. We've got a stoppage. 21 minutes gone. The margin's at 33 points in favour of Leongatha. Second semi-final day. And Linter Energy Gippsland League. Winner goes into a grand final.
Coming through there, looking to try and attack it there with the Parrots. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 on top of it. Bowman did well. He scooped it out of there. Prowse tried to throw it on the boot. Nothing came of it. It was Stewart who went third in there. Wrapped up was Blackshaw. And it's ugly footy at the moment by both teams. And Moe just can't get any ascendancy. They need to get a major before half-time. We've gone 21 and a half minutes here in the second quarter. Chris Prowse did well. Tapped it down, but Marriott coming through there. Trent Baldy got a handball through. And it's Maslin who'll take the clearing kick. And he's going to be paid a free kick.
Down the ground.
Dumping down the ground. It's going to be a land in the hands there of Belfer. He looks to play on quickly, and he does. Masters has got the front position. Maskell got the hand in there. Brill took the kick, and he ended up finding it in the hands of Collings, turning the ball over there in the middle of the ground. He comes in looking for Danaher. Marriott, though, got the hands in there, runs onto it from outside 50, finds Garnham by himself. No, just over the top of it. Mulqueen's there first, gets the handball over to Smith. Smith comes out here to this grandstand wing. Brill's going to hit the contest hard. Riley Baldy stands strong and takes the relieving mark.
How's the shoulder?
As you can see from the, you can hear from the crowd, just asking how the shoulder is. I think it's pretty fine, no strapping on it. The turnover kick went straight down Bowman's throat. And Bowman looks up, he's going to go back towards Oldham, but in the front spot, Riley Baldy takes the intercept mark. Inboard kick. Fine Maslin. It's not the prettiest football this last 5 minutes of play. We haven't had a goal since the 13-minute mark of this quarter. The margin, though, for Leongatha sits at 33.
Playing kick to kick with Bowman here at the moment.
No, we haven't found a goal. Bowman plays on. Left foot, high kick. Out the back is Mulqueen. Gets to the front. Can't complete the mark. Burns trying to tap it forward. Then he goes again. Mulqueen with a tackle. When he didn't have the footy, free kick's going to go Burns his way.
There's a great call there by the umpire. Off the ball in the pocket here. He had perfect view of it. Burns has just hit the pack so hard. His little kick inside the brill.
Yeah, nicely done. Directly in front, Talon Brill.
Just puts the hand up and says, "It's all right, boys."
Yeah.
I got this from 45.
Well, he's probably our first contender for the Zambero goal of the day from his first goal in the first quarter. We'll see how he goes this time round.
Tell you what I will do.
He's going to find that kid.
Leongatha supporter Blake Van Roy near the effects mic. He just showed me something I do not want to see ever again.
He knows the effects mic's there too.
He does. So Talon Brill directly in front. I'll get back to what Blake Van Roy showed me in a moment. Brill goes short. The lead is on from Olden and hits him up on the chest. And I tell you what, that's an open forward line to lead into from a slow stoppage set shot at goal. You just cannot leave that too far open there, can you?
You definitely can't, and I just can't believe that no one would actually even fell into the hole. He sucked them in, Brill. He really did. He was a professional suck in then too, because Cam Oldham was on a beautiful lead. He'll definitely finish this off.
About 30 metres out. Cam Oldham on its way. Lovely kick over the goal umpire's head. Makes no mistake. Game is, well, do I go with it?
Easy.
Do I go with it? 24-minute mark, second quarter? No, I won't.
You better not, Scott. And the thing is, too, if I recall our memory, Paul Carter, I think the last time we were here, it took Moe a half to get a goal a couple of years back. I think Leongatha kicked 11 goals before Moe even scored, so we might even be seeing that again this afternoon.
It's certainly heading that way at the 24-minute mark with a 39-point lead on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. Leongatha 6-7-43, leading Moe 4 behind 4 points, and the last 11 inside 50s have gone Leongatha's way.
Yeah, full control again as the line started the quarter well. Ball back in the middle. Willis and Prowse. Give it to Prowse. Free kick's going to go. Just waiting to see which way the umpire points. He does eventually. He's going to go to Ferrado. Ferrado goes out wide. He's got Chris Prowse. He puts it on the right boot, dumps it long inside 50. 3-on-1 contest. No one's able to take the mark. Who's going to be first down to it? It's that man Brill, and he's going to put the Jets on. He does out on the outer wing, dumps the ball down low, and out on the full.
First one of the day.
Which isn't too bad,
Wow.
considering we had about 100 last weekend. Prowse has been the best for Moe, I'd say, so far today. Goes long down the line. Coming over the back, unable to take the mark there, and holding that was Dixon. Collings got the handball out, ends up coming out there through Belfer. He's going to dump it onto the left boot, kicks the ball inside. It's a scrubby little kick. Who's going to be first to get it? Woods there, puts the head down, tries to get a handball out. He does, but it's going to be the Parrots who repel through Maskell. He's going to come out wide, and Hume will take the contested mark out there. Well played by Smith, just to slow him up a little bit.
They do it so well, this Leongatha side. When they get under pressure, they're able to find a way out. Hume's outlet kick towards the wing. Big target, Garnham crashes the pack. Ball down in dispute at ground level. Shields with a slick handball to Ferrata, who missed his teammate in Haywood. And we'll have a ball, boundary throw in. 26 and a half minutes gone. 39 points is the margin. Leongatha finished on top of the ladder, had a week off, and have come out absolutely firing.
The match sim worked well last weekend by the sounds of it.
Certainly did. They've kicked the opening 6 goals of this game. And the siren sounds at half-time. The Parrots in total control. 6-7-43, the Leongatha side. Moe sit on 4 behinds at half-time. It's all Leongatha. They'll go in and reset. Moe will scratch their heads and try and find a plan to nullify this mighty Leongatha side, who look to go into another grand final. It's half-time. You are listening to Gippsland Live. The margin, 39 points. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland. Yeah, welcome back to Leongatha Rec Reserve. It is half-time. Leongatha lead it by 39 points in this senior game of footy at the moment. 6-7-43 Leongatha to Moe, 4 behind. This second semi-final is just slipping away from the Moe side. 2 goals so far to Jensen Garnham. And then it's all singles. Jake Vanderpleit, Talon Brill, Jack Hume and Cam Olden for the Leongatha side. Key stats are all thanks to our good friends at Gippsland Isuzu. And Paul Carter's working through those at the moment. It is the halftime wrap, and it's all thanks to our good friends at Gippsland Mowers, because your local blokes who service what they sell. Gippsland Mowers have a top range of Husqvarna mowers, blowers and chainsaws. They have everything you need to keep your yard tidy, and now's the time you can get out and test out all those new products from Gippsland Mowers. The only professional Husqvarna dealer in the whole of Gippsland. Here's Paul Carter with all the key stats.
The inside 50s once again went Leongatha's way. 13-8 they lead that stat to half-time, 27-14. They also took the clearances in the second quarter, 7-4. They gained that lead off Murray, 13-12. The centre clearances were 2 apiece for the quarter, 5-3 Murray's way overall. Free kicks 19 to Moe, 18 to Leongatha. One of those 19 for Moe was that single out of bounds on the full. Marks to half time, Moe had taken 49 to 36. Contested marks, Leongatha's way 8-7. Marks inside 50, Leongatha 5-3. Interesting, Leongatha have had 5 set shots from goal for 5 goals straight. Moe have had 4 set shots for goals for 4 behinds. Leongatha have kicked 5-6 from turnovers and 1-1 from stoppages. Moe 3 behinds from turnovers and 1 behind from stoppages. The ruckman, obviously not the sort of numbers that we had last week with the massive number of stoppages. Ben Willis has had 10 hit-outs up against Chris Prowse 14. Individually, 11 disposals apiece to Tom Marriott, Kim Drew and Cade Maskell. 8 to Kim Drew in that second quarter, despite all the battering that he took. For Moe, 6 to Riley Baldy for the second quarter, from a total of 15 to half-time. 8 to Scott Van Dyke and Trent Baldy, and 5 for Ben Danaher.
Thanks very much, Paul. And now Nick Licino is working through his sports bet account, and I can tell you there's not much in there as I look at that boxer, but you're going to give us some scores, because that's what your role is. And there's some big games of footy, of course. The big East Gippsland Grand Final is currently on at the moment as well. So all the scores thanks to Gippsland Mowers.
Yeah, thanks, Scudman. Now, we can just go through some quick scores as well prior to this senior game here in the Gippsland League. In the reserves, Leongatha 7-6-48 defeated Bairnsdale 5-6-36. In the under-18s, it was Warragul 7-8-50. They defeated Leongatha 5-4-34. And in the under-16s, Terralgan 7-5-47 defeated Moe 5-4-34. In the Mid-Gippsland Football League prelim final, Yanar 3-2-20. They trailed Foster 4-4-28. North Gippsland Football League half-time, Yallourn North 6-8-44 to Woodside 3-3-21. In the grand final down there at the Bairnsdale City Oval, Lucknow 7-5-47 to Boisdale Barragalong 8-8-56.
A goal kicked after the siren there for the Bombers, just extending that margin at half-time.
Thanks, Scud. Allenbank 5-3-33. That is in the Allenbank District League as well. Allenbank 5-3-33 to Longwarry 4-1-25 in a close one there. And in the West Gippsland Football League, Narnagoon 7-5-47. They lead Coralline 3-3-21. Scudman.
And in the A-grade netball at the moment, I can tell you they've just started the fourth quarter, and it's Warragul 46 leading Moe 41 in A-grade netball. Moe finished on top. And a good little match up there. The top 3 sides are very, very close in A-grade netball this season.
I'll give you an AFL game this afternoon. We've got the Sydney Swans. They take on the GWS. But before we get to that one as well, on Thursday night, it was the Cats 20-18, 138 defeated Port Adelaide 7.
Oh, we've finally made it. It's the first week of the finals. Let's have a look at the top 5. Starting us off at number 1, Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi here. Great creative stuff. He kicks this mid-air, though. A fantastic finish.
Well read and quickly got ball to boot. In a blink of an eye, Wonthaggi, you got 2.
Number 2, it's Ryan Sparks here from Wonthaggi. He gets the hand pass out of the back and big snap for the goal.
Handball off there to the teammate in Sparks. And the best man on the ground kicks the best goal of the day.
Number 3, it's Chance Daltrey here from Terrelgan. In blustery conditions, he unloads from beyond the arc and sends it home.
He gives it to Daltrey. Comes back onto the right foot. Thumps it high and long. Breeze might bring this back beautifully from a standing start, if you don't mind. That's the spark the Maroons want, and it's come from Chance Daltrey.
That's a thumping kick.
Coming in at number 4, it's Lucas Tripodi here from Terrelgan. Just gets the hand pass and shapes this one through. Lovely, lovely stuff.
Might own Cafe Aviva, but he might have a Zambrero burrito in his hand.
Yeah, perfect build-up for...
Number 5, it's Max Woodall here from Moe. We saved the best for last. Look at him go. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3. Can he get a 4th? He does. He lines it up. Is it home? Oh yeah. Max Woodall was cooking.
It's one of the best we've seen all year. And the youngster in Max Woodall, take your hat off to that. A running, bouncing goal. There's none better in this game of footy. Break, that's for sure. We're going to be dissecting what's going to happen in this second half.
Dissecting the snitchel ball.
Exactly right. It is a 39-point margin in favour of Leongatha at the moment. We've got half to go. And, of course, the winner goes into the 2024 Grand Final. They'll book their spot, the first berth for season 2024. Let's see how it pans out after the break. You are listening to Gippsland Live and the halftime wrap. It's all thanks to Gippsland Mowers.
Thanks.
hard work, man.
He just loves doing runners. I'm just like, oh.
Welcome back. Leongatha Rec Reserve, you can find us live this afternoon. If you are at the venue, make sure you pop in. Don't come into the commentary box, please. We are doing a little bit of work this afternoon, but just behind it you'll find an Isuzu Ute. It is a beautiful colour. It's got all signage all written all over it. It's got a QR code on it as well. And what we want you to do is scan that QR code and you can go into the draw for your chance to win $2,000 cash. Simple as that. Head, of course, to the Gippsland Isuzu Facebook page. If you're not here, you can check that out as well there. And if you want, you can test drive one as well. They're on the Princess Highway in Traralgon. This second half is about to commence. Both sides are just heading out to their positions. Leongatha just taking a little bit longer to have one last little chat. And Boxer, you sense that if they start this third quarter really well and get a couple of goals early within the first 5 minutes, this game's done and dusted. And not just done and dusted, but it's a major sort of concern for the opposition, but a little bit of a statement to the rest of the teams in the finals.
Definitely it will be a big statement for all the rest of the teams that are left in the finals. But right now, there's two different sides out there. One side that's so clean and so well structured to a side that looks very rushed because of the opposition, or maybe just because of the way they drilled Leongatha. They just don't have any answers to it right now. So they need a big miracle to actually come back and win this game right now. They haven't kicked the goal for the whole afternoon. So Leongatha have the scoring end, but to me, there's no scoring end for Leongatha because they can do it both ends. They've just got to make sure now that they get the first one on the board, the Lions, and then really start building on that. It's just going to be a goal at a time now, Scud, and it won't be try and win it right from here, right now. They're just going to work their way back into this game.
Very good. Timmy Sexton back from devouring a burger that was bigger than him.
He ate mine as well, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was good, I tell you. Thank you very much again, as we said, to the Leongatha Parrot ladies that are in the canteen. Magnificent feed and enough to get me through the second half, Scud. And hopefully from a Lions perspective, they're able to get some more continuity and get this game back on their terms.
Well, let's have a look at their start the third quarter. Prowse with the tap down. Trying to run onto it was Baldy. Good body work by Drew, who got barreled over again. Bowman crawling after it at all fours. And whistle will go. Free kick's going to go Bowman's way to start things off. So Bowman has it. Crowd getting a little bit ruckus here in this second half. Outboard kick was lateral to Nash. And Nash's kick down the line to Sovereign. It's just at his toes. Had plenty of time, though, to gather it. Handball inboard back to Nash. And Nash steadies. Little kick towards half forward. The Parrots build up as nicely. Ganane gave it to Hanley. Hanley has to go and get it again. Good tackle, but the Parrots have got numbers to support their teammates. And somehow Ganane barrels it to centre half forward. And Willis had the easiest chest mark. Dropped it. Shields gave it to Trent Baldy. He goes backwards, taking on the tackler. Back there was Hayward. And we'll have a ball up forward to centre for the Parrots.
Benny Willis should have swallowed that ball on that one, but he goes up in the ruck contest, is able to get the tap down. Marriott runs onto it first through, bursts through the tackle. Marriott puts it on its way, and there it is, Scud.
Game over.
Game over. Marriott with the goal for the Parrots.
All right, might as well pack up. I was ready to... Who's driving home? No. Well, actually, you're right. Benny Willis should have inhaled that like we did those schnitzels at half-time because he was left all alone there at centre-half forward, but it's just the brute force. These midfielders run hard forward as well, and don't worry, they work hard back as well. So it was a great finish there by Marriott, and yeah, you might be right, the gate might be shut here for Moe.
And the margin 45 points at the 1 minute mark of the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard leading up to 7-7-49. Moe 4 behinds, 4 points.
You just don't see enough, do you?
No, you
don't. Moe side. You're just crashing through those sort of tackles. Their pressure's been okay, but that was just unacceptable then.
Willis got the tap down, but it's Ferrado who looks to get the handball out to Trent Bald. He does well. Shields on the far side goes forward, but it's Sovereign who's going to take the mark. And again, they'll reload the Parrots. He goes out wide. Good body work going out there by both players in the end it was. Wrapped up with Shields. He got the handball coming over the top. Nothing's able to come of it though, but here come the Parrots through Walker. Gets the handball over to the Willis. He wants to get rid of it, and he does. He finds Maskell streaming through.
Wow.
He's going to go back and find Nash, who was 25 metres behind him, but that's how good his kick was. He comes out wide, and Walker's done a hell of a work. He come from one side of the ground to the other. His grandstand side. True centre wing. Looking up ahead, he's got leads going every which way. He delivers the ball. Deep inside 50. Garnham's up in front. He isn't able to take the mark. Clearing kick comes out from the Lions. Maskell will try to work Goulds under the ball. Golds is wrapped up straight away, and we'll have another ball up.
Player we spoke about pre-game, Scud, Jacob Wood. He's been pretty quiet so far this afternoon. He really needs to step up now as that leader on the park and just take the stranglehold of this game.
Well, they've got a couple of quiet players at the moment, whereas for Leongatha, there's no weak link. And Nash got it from the stoppage, got it to Ganane. He would have snaffled that one plenty of times. He dropped it, and then they had to shuffle it through, but socking off the ground. Can you believe it? They tapped it towards the goal. I'm not sure who kicked it. Was it Cam Olden?
Yep.
Unbelievable scenes. The defender from the Lions. It was Maslin who tapped it towards the goal line. It didn't get there. Olden swooped on it.
There's a difference between jogging to the contest and sprinting to the contest, and that's what we've done so far.
Absolutely. Garnham missed that mark, which you would have snaffled again. Another one, but it was actually his boot that got in the hand there of Maslin and just rolled it forward. And that's just the numbers of the Parrots again. They were 3 in the goal square to 1 with the game, we called it over, but still on the line.
Half century's been reached. It's a 51-point margin to Leongatha. 3 minutes in the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Bowman again down at ground level, trying to get out to Drew. Shrugs a tackle, dropped the footy. Free kick's going to go the Lions' way. That won't be advantage. It's going to come back.
Scott, you know the thing about it too is Travis Nash has been part of that the whole way through this first 4 minutes. He's probably had 4 or 5 kicks, all off half back. So you know the signs are really bad when you're getting done from a half back flanker. Trent
Baldy goes short and found Brock Smith. Wanted to give it back, but Drew did well. Smith goes out to the outer side. Shields is there on his own in front of the makeshift scaffold, the outer side. I have had it come through on the text message. Is that the Mel Mackey stand? I said no, it's just a coaching stand on the outer side.
Well, Mel's up there though.
Has it got his name written underneath that on the scaffolding? Has he actually named that scaffold himself? No.
The boys up there need some hats, Boxer.
I need something.
Boundary throw in, 4 minutes into this third quarter.
Willis and Prowse. Prowse got the tap down there. Marriott coming through. Willis is going to rove it though and get his hands though coming out there. Drew got the handball. He's done well to still be out there after being bashed up in that first half. His kick forward though is cut off by Mulqueen. And he'll look to reload quickly if he can. He comes out to Smith. He's going to switch the play to come out to this grandstand side. Wasn't a great kick though. It's up coming out into the hands there. With it there is Van Dyke. Goes over the top there with the hands there. Coming back in towards Blackshaw. Did well with the hands to Golds. His handball was tapped down. Blackshaw went back and got it again.
All under pressure.
Van Dyke got the handball out. Trent Baldy, he's gone handball out to Shields. He's by himself. He needs to carry, but what targets have he got up forward? Looks to go inboard. Willis tried to put a hand in there. Pepper tried to work back Velzen under the ball. He does, and he's going to get the free kick.
Just a little bit of a tug of the jumper.
Yeah, definitely there.
Clever play by Pepper though, Boxer.
He did, and he held his ground well. He actually stopped in the motion to force that pressure from Ben Velson as well. So he actually forced a free kick to happen because he had him under pressure, thinking the ball was going to bounce up his way.
Can Pepper put the first one on the board for the Lions today? 35 out, 45-degree angle.
Likes it.
And he does. Straight through the middle. And the first one for the Lions comes in the third quarter.
Called it, Scud. Every time he's put the hands in the air before the ball even met its target, we knew it was going to go through. And I was a bit worried there for the Lions too, because at one stage there I didn't think they were going to kick a goal, and they've actually have. So thank goodness for that, and hopefully it's just enough there to get them back working into this game and start to put a little bit of scoreboard pressure back on the Parrots.
1-4-10 Murray finally on the board at the goals on the board at the 6 minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has Murray 1-4-10, trailing Leongatha 8-7-55.
Got a final score in A-grade netball for around the grounds for Harvey Norman Furniture. Warrigal into the grand final of A-grade 63, defeating Maui 51. So the netball girls have gone down for Maui, and the Lions are looking down the barrel here out in the football field as Leongatha through Bowman. Sold some candy on the left foot, upside down, drop punt, goes to the top of the 50. Maslin's there with Olden, and now Haywood comes to help for the Lions, taps it forward. Olden shoves him out the way, free kick. Will go the way of the Lions in Haywood. Can that be a spark for the Lions? They need to get a wriggle on though. They want to be kicking 3 or 4 in a row now from now on in this third quarter. Is it the spark they're after? The kick to the wing in the front spot. Big fly. Couldn't complete the mark though. Was Sovereign. McGrath got up high and early too. We've got a stoppage or a free kick now to Prowse. So Lions win the free. He goes to the 50. Nice kick. It gets there. Gold quickly shuffles it to Belfer. 1-on-1 again. Front spot, out the back. Pepper, well read. Pepper's going to get 2 in a minute. And he celebrates. The Lions have got a heartbeat.
They have, Scud, and this is what they're just going to have to do and work through it as well. Just methodically work through your lines, get the ball inside 50, a little bit of confidence building now for Pepper as well down forward. The kick was perfect in regards to the fact that he worked Ben Felsen under the ball and he's managed to get the ball at the back. But it was good play there by Prowse, got the ball inside quickly, and another one for Moe.
And the margin's back to 39 points at the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Moe are now 2-4-16, trailing Leongatha 8-7-55.
Quick play there for the Lions. Sorry, Boxer.
Yes, I've taken the lead here in the prelim final. 39 to Foster 35.
Prowse got the tap down to Baldy. He was wrapped up straight away.
I reckon they need now 2 more. I think they need 2 more for it to really be on.
Willis worked Prowse out of it, got a handball away, and got his own ball. Vanderplot, he wasn't able to get anything out of it. Willis is going to get there for a third time if he can. He's wrapped up, he didn't have it on that time. The umpire said play on.
Oh.
Guess whose head's over the ball?
Oh dear.
Kim Drew. He's wrapped up in a tackle, but this time he bounces up without holding on to anything for the first time today. Willis and Prowse in the middle here at Parrot Park. Give that one to Prowse. Bowman couldn't get it, but Willis, he's done well. Threw it on the left boot, goes forward. Blackshaw's first back there, but he gave the ball up to Burns, to Drew. He shrugs the tackle from 45, puts the ball on its way. Oh, taken out in the marking contest, and it's going to be a free kick. The Lions aren't going to be happy with it, but it is going to be a free kick there, and it's going to go to Garnham. Direct inside the square or just on the small?
Just outside.
Just outside he's going to be. He's going to be put on the angle. He's going to be kicking it from 5 metres out. And this one's going to hurt.
Left foot banana kick, Timmy.
Absolutely. For goal number 3 for today.
Right foot banana, do you mean, Box? Left around the body.
Left foot round the body. Ooh. And he's sprayed it. He has absolutely sprayed it. Everything. Did not make a score, and it's out of bounds on the full.
Well, that's a lucky one. It's a let-off for the Lions.
I just don't understand why. And I think maybe because I've got older and these things have come into footy these days too. But where you are and where you're positioned there, you can still run in and have enough in the ball to.
That's an important one for that was an important one for the Parrots, just to stop the Moe momentum.
Yep, Trent Baldy has it, runs across the goal line, lowers the eyes to Shields, under pressure, stood strong. In front of Burns, takes the mark. Shields has got Haywood. Does it just sit in the air a little bit? Haywood couldn't complete the mark, but Riley Baldy's there. Took on one tackler too. I think you're gone now, Riley. He is holding the footy. He wanted to fight through 2 or 3, and it was 2 or 3 too many. Kim Drew reloads, goes back in. A Van Dyke in the front spot. Turton couldn't complete the mark. Ground level it comes. A little quick kick out. They relieve the pressure only momentarily. Balfour was there for the Lions and pushes it over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Just ticking on 11 minutes into the third quarter for McDonald's. The new loose change menu has dropped at Macca's. Score a 50-cent soft serve. That's right up your alley, Boxer. You'll still probably borrow it from me.
I'll have to go tomorrow though.
$2 hamburger or a frozen drink from $1. Ball back into play.
Absolutely it is, and comes through there. Marriott got on the end of that one, got the handball through. Sovereign, he's from 45, looking for the breeze to bring it back. It's going to be narrow and through for a minor score.
Margin now in Leongatha's favour is 40 points at the 11-minute mark of the third quarter. They're 8-8-56 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Moe 2-4-16.
I'm happy to spot your 50 cents, Box. It's okay.
Thanks, Scud. Really appreciate it. That's what friends are for.
They need to punch me.
Van Dyke is going to bring it in. From the new play-on rule, he comes out and he's going to deliver the ball out 75 metres. Dixon's in front and he takes a strong mark in front of Prowse. It's a little bit slow to get up. Might have copped one in the gob just for his efforts there. Look to reload. He's going to go short. Finds there in the hands of Turton. Slow play as Dixon comes from the ground. Turton is going to be called to play on. He does, he puts the ball about 45 metres out. Prowse has got back, Garnham over the back. Free kick's going to go to Moe. Hands in the back there. Unrealistic attempt. It'll be Chris Prowse that'll take the free kick. He'll push it out to the far side. Maskell came over the top, wasn't able to keep the ball in play, and will go through for a boundary throw-in.
Just a quick AFL update, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. The Giants, 2-5-17. They lead the Swans 1-4-10, and they've been playing... Oh, they've got 6 minutes to go in that first quarter.
Prowse just grabs it out of the ruck, gave a slick handball to Riley Baldy. and then chisels one to Balfour. Found him on the chest. Half-back flank for the Lions build up. They've kicked the last 2 goals. Can they continue it? Eden gave it back to Balfour. Kick around the body. Just scoots through the hand there of Bent Vels, and ball now in dispute. Prowse is there, head over it. Nicely done though from the Parrots defence. They got numbers everywhere. And it gets out wide to Sovereign, who releases the kick to half forward. Alden's in a one-on-one battle with Maslin. Gives us a nice handball to Hume. Hume's got Marriott inboard, just missed him. Has to bend over and get it. Doesn't matter because the ball taps it to himself. And from 50 metres, unloads across the face though. And he's been dumped afterwards. Leongatha players say, what about downfield? Prowse stands over him. Meanwhile, the umpire says it is going to be downfield. There will be a free kick to Leongatha, point of the square. Ganane's going to take it, I think. And on the right side for a right footer, will probably kick around the body here, but he'll have a shot on goal after Marriott got dumped with a downfield. 40 points as a margin. A little bit of a mini fight back from the Lions. And when I say mini, it's only kicked 2 goals in a row. And this could quickly blow out the candle. It doesn't, as Ganane missed. It's a minor score.
8-9, 57, Leongatha, 41 points to the better of Moe, who at 2-4-16. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 14 minutes played, 3rd quarter.
Even though they haven't scored a goal, the Parrots, since the Moe couple, they've actually slowed them up again too, so they haven't allowed that flow on back from the Lions, what they were looking for. So good from a sense, but they haven't really put them away from these last 2 misses from both their key forwards.
Absolutely. Ganane on that one, where you thought he would have gone round the body, kicks the drop punt.
And that's probably one of those ones there too. You can just open your angle up a little bit too, so just come around, virtually you're playing on, and have a real go at it. He ran a straight line and missed. So
he lost
we lost the ball.
Yeah, it went to Macca's.
Footy went to
Leongatha Macca's it went to.
Absolutely.
You know, you get the monopoly too at Macca's, it's back.
Bit of a bounce down the road. Van Dijk, which way is he going to go? He's going to go out wide, which is where they've gone most of the day. Swings back in towards the middle. Good kick. Is anyone able to get their hands on it? No one can get a clear passage out of it there. It's going to be a free kick and it's going to go to Moe. In the middle of the ground there.
Maslin
will take the kick. He's got somewhere to go. They've got to move quick. That's how they've scored their goals. He goes forward, leading on and taking a strong grab there is McGrath. What has he got forward? Nick Prowse wants it in deep. That's where he goes. Pepper stays low. Maskell's in front. Oh, he dropped what he should have taken. Prowse roved it. Gone. And then holding the ball. Great strong tackle there by Bowman. And the Parrots are just able to just hold him up again.
He's been good today, Bowman.
Absolutely he has. Finds Marriott. Marriott chips over the top to Drew.
This is the easy part, isn't it? We spoke about it. Well, just chip, and they've gained 20 metres, and they're now another one.
Another chip over to Turton, and now he'll go. Takes one bounce, draws the Moe line defender, goes over to Hanley. He handballs inside to Sovereign, and they're out, and they're inside 50. Ganane, he gets caught behind, does well to make a contest though. Gets on the end of it, snaps it round over the left shoulder.
Yeah. He wants it.
And the goal umpire.
No, he's not happy.
He's thrown the hands up and said, what are you looking at, goal umpire?
He just cost me a Zambrero. That's what he's just cost him.
Yep.
8-10, 58. Leongatha, 3 behinds in a row now. They are 42 points ahead of Moe, who are 2-4-16 on the McDonald's Gippsland score.
Leongatha just transferred the footy from the back defensive 50 for a shot on goal without Moe even looking like touching it.
And that's been the issue, whereas Moe's had to work so hard to get it out of here where they are now in their deep 50. Leongatha was just like a walk in the park.
Smith gets it to Danaher. Danaher will going to go back to Smith. Finds him. Now this is a little bit better build-up, although that kick missed the target of Haywood. Brill says, I'll grab it, 50, lower the eyes to guard him. It's Ganane. The umpire said, no, it was a half volley, Jack Ganane. You're not having that one either. And might be a little bit sore getting up off that one as well.
The previous kick out then by Baldy when Ganane missed the goal, he hit the centre circle. So you play on, get your yardage that way.
So ball up, Prowse taps it down. Danaher was there. Handball didn't gain too far. It landed back at his lap and Brill wraps him up in the tackle.
So chip game's not working right now. They've had 3 kicks inside 50 to try and get it out. And they nearly turned it over, nearly cost them the goal.
17 minutes, margin sits at 42. Prowse again, taps it up, gets out to the back. Trent Baldy works hard, good body work by Ganane. Van Dijk squeezed a handball out to a teammate in Collings, but Leongatha get it back through Bowman. Left foot kick, finds Brill, and Brill will have a shot. No angle to speak of, 40 metres out.
I tell you, I don't know. They're giving me the shites at the moment, Murray. It's one of those things. Shites. I didn't say shit. I just said they're just mucking around with the ball. It's just one of those things.
That's strike two. Yeah. That's strike two.
Well,
for
no,
you,
I think I'm already out, so I might as well just keep going.
The Talonbrell shot coming. 18-minute mark. Third quarter for Macca's. Starts it right. Stays right. And it's another minor score on the McDonald's scoreboard.
Taking Leongatha at 11.59, leading by 43 points over Moe, who are 2-4-6.
Paul Carter, inside 50s for Leongatha.
That is 11 to Moe 3.
Wood takes the kicking board. He goes hard to Baldy. There's nothing simple or easy about it.
Yep.
Now, he can go down the middle. He's got one out in the middle if he wants, but he's going to come out wide here to McGrath against Dixon, and Prowse is going to be the third one up, but it's going to end up in the hands of Hanley. He's going to get the handball across to Westaway. His handball forward looking for Hume. Does he keep it in? He does. Delivers a ball. He's taken down afterwards. Nothing came of it. And it's going to end up going out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Right next to behind post here at Parrot Park. And it is the Parrots that are leading by 43 points. 19 minutes gone, third quarter. Moe have kicked the last 2 goals, and they're only 2 goals of the game, but it's been the Parrots that have been able to withstand that and keep the pressure on. Ball's deep inside their 50. Prowse tried to take it out. Nothing comes from it. Baldy head over the ball. Wrapped up in a strong tackle. We'll have another ball up here. 35 metres out. Parrots goal. Good crowd again. Perfect conditions for Linter Energy Gippsland League footy. Prowse got the tap down. No one's able to get anything out of that one, and we'll have another ball up.
Just repeating on the netball front of things, the A-grade netball, Warrigal 63 defeating Moe 51. A huge crowd over there as well, Timmy.
Prowse got that one. Maslin, he dumps the kick down. Mark that one if you can. Over the top, McGrath, he was first in. Wood head over the ball. Couldn't get anything clean out of it. Umpire will come in and we'll have another ball up.
Credit where credit's due. I think the umpires have been pretty good today.
Even though there's been a lot of free kicks, I think they've been consistent, that's for sure.
All right, so Prowse again. Willis taps it down. Beautifully done to Marriott. And then right foot, little scrubby one. Dribbles along the ground, inside 50 though. A hesitation there by Blackshaw. Somehow the Lions have got some numbers. Baldy's those. Outlet kick is going to go towards Big Willis, who will lumber after it. Tap it towards Westaway. And he said, go clean up my dirty work. And we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the Moe coaching staff here at Leongatha.
He's been good, Benny Willis, too, today. I think he's been around the grounds especially, has been working hard, so he's done well.
So smart is Benny Willis up against now young McGrath. And McGrath won't move him. Willis had the front spot, tapped it out. Quick handball there was from Marriott. Comes to McGrath. Got his handball away to Belfer. Now the Lions through Baldy. Short kick. Does it go 15? Gold says, I'll take it. And they'll quickly handle to Ferrado. But I'll miss him by hand. And this is where Leongatha pounce. Ferrado says, I'm just going to do an extra effort and wrap it up and try and cause the stoppage. And he does just that.
I'm going for strike 3 in a minute.
Oh, dear.
After that, what do you call that?
Yeah, it was a poor handball in board.
Absolutely poor.
But they want to sort of get things going. Maybe they're trying something. They've got to take a few risks, maybe. Eden from the stoppage, wrapped up by his mate Turton.
The 2 goals have come from quick play, though.
But that wasn't quick play. That was dumb play because it was a 2-on-1.
Willis got the tap down. Hume got it out to Marriott by hand, who got by hand to Bowman. He had no one out on his outside, and he's going to be pinged for holding the ball. Umpire was blindsided on that one, but so it'll be Trent Baldy that'll take the free kick. Comes out wide to his brother in Riley. Short kick, that's not 15. Knight's called play on, but the umpire's paid the mark to Ferrado. That was about 7 metres. If lucky. Ferrado looks to go inboard. Ben Willis in front. Prowse at the back. Who are they going to put? They're going to pay it to Prowse. Looks to play on quickly. Who's he got forward? Pepper in a one-on-one, but who's getting back in front of it there is Maskell. And he's just put the hand up and said, let's just slow this down, boys, and let's get some control back in.
And watch this, Timmy.
Comes out to Sovereign.
No,
to Westaway.
No, he won't touch this until he gets in the forward line.
Westaway, who does he look for? Does he go back to Maskell?
They've got the switch on.
Board? Absolutely he does.
Bent Valzen can mark it on the last line, and he can run and carry. He wants to go up the middle. Brill will present. He goes short to Brill now. He marks it. They're at half back, the Parrots. looks up, middle of the ground's open, thumps it high and long to centre half forward. Go and get that. Garnham got pushed underneath it. The run under this was Turton, and now inside 50, Burns taps it forward. He gathers it, handballs over the top to Turton. Turton will do the team thing. Go back to Olden. Olden missed.
Jeez.
I told you they wouldn't touch the footy from coast to coast. It just ended in a behind.
Leongatha are 8-12-60, leading by 44 points over Moe 2-4-16. I almost went through the whole 10 team.
Mafra.
5 kicks, 3 handballs, inside 50, no Moe touch at all.
Yeah, do you know what the thing is? They had them penned in here for a little bit, and then all of a sudden they just went, oh, we'll just switch it now.
Yeah.
And they went, dunk, 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 and it was done. But again, you've got to be, if Turton in that one, Turton's got to... we got another lost ball. Hang on.
Yeah, that's gone to
that's
our
the second lost ball. Where's the third one? They've come to the Gippsland League and said we need a third ball for the seniors.
I think one kid saw about 4 Happy Meals and sold the footy.
Hang on a second here. We've got something's going on off the ball because they're all rolling down. I think this is going to be a Leongatha shot on goal. It is. I tell you what. Stewart, Paul Carter's not happy. And Stewart, and it's going out of control. Olden's being dumped in the ground. Maslin's going at Olden. They're all going at Cam Olden. Meanwhile, Stewart's put it through. Was it Stewart or Burns? I'm trying to work it out. It was Jesse Burns. So Burns has got the goal. Paul Carter, quickly update the score for us.
I said it was a stupid thing to do. At the 24-minute mark, it's now back out to a 50-point margin in Leongatha's favour and the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. They are 9-12-66. Moe and the Moe are 2-4-16.
Well, Maslin and Olden still sort of having words. You don't want to give another one. The ball's back to the middle somehow. Baldy has a chat to Bowman.
But again, Boxer, as we've said, this is the ill discipline of the Lions here again.
What I don't understand is where's the runner? Where's the coaching staff saying, get the guy, let's get this player off. Let's have a quick chat.
So back in the middle, and they go again through Walker. And he easily runs out of the stoppage, kicks it high. Van Dyke's in the front spot. Will take the chest mark. And the Lions will go inboard. He can find Danaher. Danaher turns and wants to go quickly. He's going to get it to the outer side. He's going to miss Baldy. Burrell takes the mark. And in the middle of Parrot Park will thump it back inside. And Olden's going to get this one over the back. Maslin slipped over. You watch Olden turn around and give it to Maslin. And he does just that. He looked for the high five from Maslin. And Maslin said, go get stuffed. Olden's put it through, and they go and shove Cam Olden again. It's getting out of control.
And it's going to get out of control even more because actually he can actually show him the scoreboard as well. And all he's going to do is win himself another free kick because the umpires, as we've seen, have paid the free kick for those indiscretions. So all you got to do now is sharpen up, young fella. Let it go. Bigger things to fry now. You've got to get through this game first and look at next week.
Cam Olden's third goal takes Leongatha to a 56-point lead at the 25-minute mark of the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard reading Leongatha 10-12-72 to Moe 2-4-16.
Benny Willis and McGrath are back in it, into the centre circle. McGrath went up early, but Willis got the tap down to Bowman. His handball came through. Comes up with Westaway, taps it to himself. He wraps it up straight away there. Jacob Wood gets that tackle. And we'll have a ball up, still in the centre square here. Willis and the young McGrath to go at it. Tries to move his frame, but Willis gets a tap down. Bowman's wrapped up straight away by Danaher. Comes out, Drew. He's wrapped up straight away there by Trent Baldy. We'll have another ball up.
Timmy, in the Gippsland Football League, it's Chenard, 9-5-59. They lead Foster 6-6-42, 7 minutes played in the last quarter.
Run over the top of them there, haven't they?
Kim Drew's down again.
Absolutely. Danaher goes forward. Good body work there by Little John. Riley Baldy tried to crash through. Wasn't able to, but then his second effort was good. He's wrapped up straight away.
Kim Drew just copped a smack right in the left jaw. He's running down holding his right hand because he got stood on as well. He needs to go off. Can someone take him off?
Prowse, Nick Variety got the handball down. Trent Baldy wasn't able to pick it up. Sovereign, he's been good today. Finds Brill. Looked left, then went right. Came out through Little John to Hanley.
Here we go. Here we go again.
You saw the slow play. What do they got? To switch on? Or we go middle, or is he going dump it down the line, which he does. Comes down the line. And unfortunately on that occasion it didn't quite work for them, but Mulqueen cut it off. Comes back inboard, but he goes back to exactly the same spot where everyone was set up for Leongatha, and Westaway The Warrior defender takes a strong mark. He's looking for the switch if he can find it. And he does. Comes in there and lands in the hands of Little John. He's got Drew all alone over the top if he wants him. He finds him. And that's the easiest possession he's had all day. First time he hasn't been bashed when he's got it.
You watch, he'll play on in a second. You get crunched downfield.
Kim Drew, who's he look to go to? Westaway's an option. Pepper was hunting him from behind. Goes up. Garner went up. Wasn't able to get there, but he's going to be first down to it if he's wrapped up in the tackle there. Baldy got the handball out. Smith gets the handball out. Eden looking to bring the ball forward. That's a push in the back.
Big shove.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a free kick. It's going to go to Ben Velsen.
I think he put a little bit of mayo on that as well, but at the same time, the free kick was definitely there.
28-minute mark. Ben Velsen goes out to Kim Drew. They lead by 56 points to the Parrots against the Lions in this second semi-final clash on Saturday afternoon. It's great to have your company on TRFM. The high kick down towards the wing area, out the back. Maslin left it behind. Looking for the free kick was Garnham. Play on to the umpire. A quick kick from Trent Baldy. Goes back. Sovereign got high. Couldn't complete it. Westaway with a smart. Stays at ground level. Gives a handball to Little John. Inboard kick is beautiful to Hume. He can turn and play on. Blackshaw closes. Hume says, I'll kick it to open space. And Cam Alden all on his own. Takes the mark again. And I guess you don't poke the bear.
You definitely don't, Scott. What a kick inside.
Alden worked 50, 60, 70 metres to get to that too.
But it was the kick.
Absolutely.
It was just the kick.
Absolutely.
It was perfect. Yep. Like he actually put enough in it, enough air in it to allow Alden to run that 100 metres because he'd be blowing now. He'd be lucky to kick it over the man on the mark. But it was a good lead, a good kick.
This kid is all class. Love the way he goes about it. He gets under the skin of the opposition. But when it's his turn to stand up, he does just that. On this occasion, it's across the face, and that is a minor score.
Margin now 57 points in Leongatha's favour on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. 10-13-73 the Parrots. Murray 2-4-16. Remembering last year qualifying final, Cam Alden kicked 8 goals.
Certainly did. Monopoly at McDonald's is back. You can download the My Macca's app and peel, scan and play today.
One of those words I don't like, monopoly. See? I just can't do it.
I'll help you. Van Dyke brings the ball into Riley Baldy.
Monopoly.
It's still in their defensive 50. I wouldn't have thought it was that hard, Monopoly, but anyway. Baldy comes out, going to a contest. Prowse, but it is Dixon comes over, wasn't able to take it down there. Coming through, Trent Baldy got it on the boot. Westaway's going to be first back. Bouncing. Got the Jets on there is Woodall. He had a magic goal last week. He wraps up Westaway in the tackle. Westaway was smart. We'll have a ball up.
I'll tell you one thing. I thought Liam Masters did a good job on Cam Alden early in the game. I haven't seen him out on the field in this third quarter, so it could be an injury concern, which is a big one in the whole scheme of things.
McGrath got the tap down. It's Eden got the handball out to Ben Danaher. He dump kicks it inside 50. Maskell's going to be in front, and he's going to take the easy mark. And the Lions can complain about the blocking, but at the end of the day, no one was there, and there's goes the 50
as well.
Absolutely.
So they had to raffle it out there too, Leongatha. They had Brill and they had Marriott to raffle it, even if the 50 wasn't paid. But Maskell now gets it in the middle of Parrot Park.
I'll take the 50s.
He's going to be 70. He's going to be 70 metres out from goal. He'll set this up perfectly.
Yeah, Jack Hume's all on his own. How does that happen? On a slow play like that, they all flood back. Now Hume rolls around 55 metres, puts it out in the front of Garnham. Can't complete the mark. Ground level there, twisting. Here he is, Alden. Handball back inboard to Walker. Kick around the body. He's got it straight up and down and cramped instantly. It goes back. Hanley with the flight. Couldn't complete the mark, and rushing it over there quickly was Maslin. Walker might come off after cramping. 31-minute quarter.
Good attempt by Hanley there to run back with the flight of the ball.
Yep. Good to see him back out on the park as well. Ball comes back in. Stewart got underneath it. And then second effort was good. Left foot quick kick. Top of the square. Garnham. No, can't complete the mark. At his toes. Back there is Burns. Grabs it. Turns. Siren goes. He was tackled anyway, and it goes over. And the siren sounds. It went 32 minutes the quarter. It was a 4-2 quarter in favour of Leongatha. They extended the margin from 39 points out to 57. And they lead it at three-quarter time. 10-13-73. Leading Moe 2-4-16. This is Gippsland Live. Right across Gippsland and the Valley on TRFM. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman. Let's go Gippsland.
Well, we've finally made it. It's the first week of the finals. Let's have a look at the top 5. Starting us off at number 1, Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi here. Great creative stuff. He kicks this mid-air, though. A fantastic finish.
Well read and quickly got ball to boot. In a blink of an eye, Wonthaggi have got 2.
Number 2, it's Ryan Sparks here from Wonthaggi. He gets the hand pass out of the back and big snap for the goal.
Handball off there with the teammate in Sparks. And the best man on the ground kicks the best goal of the day.
Number 3, it's Chance Daltrey here from Terrelgan. In blustery conditions, he unloads from beyond the arc and sends it home.
He gives it to Daltrey. Comes back onto the right foot. Thumps it high and long. Breeze might bring this back beautifully from a standing start, if you don't mind. That's the spark the Maroons want, and it's come from Chance Daltrey.
That's a thumping kick.
Coming in at number 4, it's Lucas Tripodi here from Terrelgan. Just gets the hand pass and shapes this one through. Lovely, lovely stuff.
Might own Cafe Aviva, but he might have a Zambrero burrito in his hand.
Yeah, perfect build-up for...
Number 5, it's Max Woodall here from Moe. We saved the best for last. Look at him go. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3. Can he get a 4th? He does. He lines it up. Is it home? Oh yeah. Max Woodall was cooking.
It's one of the best we've seen all year. And the youngster in Max Woodall, take your hat off to that. A running, bouncing goal. There's none better in this game of footy.
We have 19 disposals to Tom Marriott, 18 to Kim Drew, 14 to Cade Maskell. For Moe, Riley Baldy, 23. His brother Trent on 16. Scott Van Dyke, 15. Ben Danaher, 10.
Thanks very much, Paul. Boxer, what do you got for us around the grounds?
Yeah, Scudman in the mid-Gippsland prelim final. I've taken a good lead here now. 10-8-68 to Foster, 6-6-42. They've been playing 17 minutes in the last quarter. In the North Gippsland Football League, 7-10-52 Yallourn North to Woodside, 7-6-48, so it's game on there at the moment. In the East Gippsland Football League, Lucknow a 36-point in deficit to Broysdale Bryagalong 3 minutes into the last quarter. Allenbank District Football League, Allenbank 8-6-54 to Long Warrior, 6-5-41. And Coralline 10-7-67 in the West Gippsland Football League. They trail Nanagoon 11-8-74. Scud?
Thank you very much. They are all the scores from around the ground. Just repeating a little bit earlier today in the A-grade netball, it was Warrigal 63 defeating Moe 51 there in A-grade. So the Warrigal side go through into the grand final. Timmy Sexton's been working his eyes at three-quarter time. What have you found for us? Moe definitely down to 3 on the bench.
3. I'm just trying to have a look at as the sees part from the Leongatha huddle that whether they've got the 4. Vanderplight's there. He's got a bit of a limp.
He does have a limp, and he has been sort of coming back from that injury. I think it was a hamstring or a calf. So hopefully he hasn't done that again. And hopefully Liam Masters is okay for the Lions as well.
Didn't look like he had any ice or anything on him, Scud.
He might have already done that because Paul Carter, we're taking the stats. You haven't had one for him since the first quarter.
That's right.
So if it has been a little while, he might have iced and taken it off, and he might be in a bit of strife. So we're ready to go. Meanwhile, the spectator decides I might just hang out in the middle of the ground for a little while.
No rush.
Oh, mate, you're right. No, take your time.
Whenever you're ready. Get off the ground.
He's just taking a few photos out there.
No rush.
That's okay. The umpire said we don't care. We'll start things to get us underway for Harvey Norman, the final quarter. The Parrots in total control. McGrath gets the first tap down, though. Danaher gives it back to McGrath. He just shuffles it out and says, it's not my fault. It's going to get someone else's. Bowman says, well, I'll grab it and run through 2 tackles. And then toe poke one to Kim Drew. And Drew puts it to open space. And here comes Olden going back Smith. Well done by Brock Smith. Outlet kick to Eden. Does it get over the back? Just didn't quite read it well enough in the air. Wood was there to grab it. Gives a handball to Riley Baldy. Through the Garnham tackle. No. Wrapped up by Bowman as well. No Pryor. Ball up just inside the field of play, inside 30 seconds.
No major changes from both sides here as well. They've just rolled with the same lineup at the minute, apart from the injuries that we've just spoken about.
Willis will do the ruck work against McGrath. When Willis gets the tap down, Ferrado looked to break free, but he couldn't. He's wrapped up in the tackle.
Just haven't said that, though. Too. Young Walker's been worked on the bench at the minute. Looks like a knee, potentially, or quad. He's got his knee bent.
Willis front position, got the tap down. Danaher busts through. Puts it on the left boot. Chris Prowse is in the front position, but did well coming over there was Dixon. Hanley put his head over the ball. Handball comes out. Brill. He gets the handball over there, looking for and finding Nash. Scrubby little kick. Ganane did well. Oh, clever little handball to Brill.
Take a bounce.
Takes one.
Take 2.
Wants to Boxer wanted to take 2. Chips it up over the top there to Hume. He's at 50. He's going to run in from 35-40. Puts it on the boot. Pushes it across the face of goal. Running back there, coming through was Garnham and Little John, and they'll see it over the boundary line.
So they've swung Hume forward now. He's playing inside 50 when he normally plays up high on a wing. But remember, through the thirds, he was definitely a forward to be reckoned with too those days too. So it would be interesting to see how that goes as well.
The forward tap comes over the back. Ganane runs onto it. If you can pick it up, it'll be a chance. Couldn't. Maslin dumps it on the boot. Hanley's going to be first at it and takes a strong contested mark. He looked to cramp up a little bit there too when he landed.
Sounds like too, though, when I've spoken to the Leongatha coach, he really did work him hard. So he gave him that real good recovery and then worked him hard for a couple of weeks. And you can just see they're match hard fit, aren't they? They really have come to play, and that preparation so far has worked for them.
And here's the Leongatha crowd are giving it the cheer on. Hanley comes in from 45, puts it on its way. Has it got the distance? Being shepherded over the line, touched and through for a minor score.
And the first score of the final quarter, which is on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, goes to Leongatha 10-14-74, leading Moe 2-4-16.
It's not like they were saying Darryl, was it?
No, they could have been. Through our effects, Mike. They're big supporters of Gippsland Live. As Maslin comes to the near side. And the kick is the target of Prowse. One hand up, couldn't complete it. Here's Kim Drew. He's had a big game. Has he got the breath to talk to us after the game? He goes inboard and finds Little John. And Little John turns around. Now the Dixon from defence comes into the top of the 50, takes the mark. And Dixon has a look. Stewart presents. That's ignored. Dixon wants his time in the sun.
I think Little John's another one that's been rolled forward, Boxer.
Yeah, they're happy to make the changes. I think just the versatility of this Leongatha side, you could play anyone.
Guy Dixon wouldn't have kicked too many goals for the Parrots. Rolls around a little bit, right on 50, gets underneath it. Top of the square, where's the Flyers? Garnham can't complete it. Tried to sock it off the ground. McGrath had a hesitation. Smith with a toe poke. And we'll have a ball up. Point of the square, 3.5 minutes in, final quarter for Harvey Norman. Sees a 58-point margin.
Stewart will go up against McGrath. McGrath gets the tap down there. Blackshaw couldn't get it. Back heel from Garnham. He didn't know where the ball was. The ball gets rushed through for a behind.
Taking Leongatha to 10-15-75 on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. They're now leading Murray by 59 points. The Lions 2-4-16.
25 scoring shots to 6. Oh, Dyke will bring the ball back in. Goes over the top to no one. Drew from 45. Standing start. Puts it on its way. Through for a minor score.
10-16-76. The margin is now 60 points over Moe, who are 2-4-16. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. 4-minute mark, final quarter.
Boxer, I'll pose a question to in a moment. Maslin gets it on the kick out and then chisels one towards Pepper. Missed him and it's going to come back. The defence of Moe are under all sorts of pressure. Bent Velzen kicks it high. Blackshaw with a spoil. Ball bounces straight up and down. Garnham's there. Head over the footy. Swung around in the tackle. Little John's there. When do you go in self-preservation mode for both teams? This game's done.
Yeah.
There's a double chance. Leongatha are going into another grand final and Moe's got to play next week.
Leongatha probably in the next 10 minutes, I think. Or maybe not. He might just run this game right out.
All right. Tell me when Moe do. Gainane misses. Well, it was half.
Who was that?
It was Garnham Ganane together.
It was like a half burp when he said it.
Jack Ganane missed, minor score.
10-17-77. Since they were 8-7, they've kicked 2 goals 10, by the way.
I think Moe keep going. I think they have to keep going. They need to roll a little bit of form in, even if it's 10 minutes. They need to take a positive out of this game, Scud. They've got a game next week now. Yep. They meet Wonthaggi or Traralgon next week. And it's cutthroat. They've got to find some form.
Absolutely it is. Front of the commentary box here. Willis got the tap down. Danaher looks to try and break free, but he's wrapped up.
And know what the Leongatha players are. Sorry, Timmy. They probably won't want any self-preservation as well. Did I say that?
No, well, yeah. Did I say that right? Willis. McGrath gets front position, but Big Benny Willis, he taps it 15 metres in front. Stuart Hanley was there first. Spun around, got the handball out, but did well there and intercepting there through Smith. He's got no one to go to, though. He gives it to Eden. He comes out wide and finds Nick Prowse, takes the mark. He kicks the ball forward, looking to try and get out the back. There is Mulqueen, who's been switched. Obviously going back there. Dixon was first there, couldn't quite get his hands to it. Free kick's going to go to Moe.
Chris Prowse.
No one's actually sure who's got the free kick, but it is going to go to Chris Prowse. Well done, Scud. Prowse moves the ball quickly from outside 50. Looks to push it onto the line there. Going back, Maskell wasn't able to take it, so gets a hand through Dixon, and then they'll rush the behind.
Scud, would you, if you were the coach? What would you do?
Yeah, I would be for sure. Yep, I'd be resting some of the key stars. I'd be getting Baldy, Danaher off, Prowse. Absolutely.
2-5-17 Moe, trailing Leongatha 10-17-77.
Maskell goes to the outer side and finds Marriott. Marriott chips it over the top and finds Little John.
Scud, they move into the Mid-Gippsland Football League Grand Final with a big win over Foster, 11-9-75 to 6-6-42.
They'll take on Fish Creek in the Mid-Gippsland Football Netball League Grand Final next week. How's the North Gippsland prelim going, Box?
I'll have a quick look for you, Scud.
Thank you. Maskell kicks it to the outer side. Smith with the target out there, and trying to claim it out there was Van Dyke. In a little bit of trouble. Ran into some heavy traffic from Leongatha. And the free kick's going to go Stewart's way. So the backup ruckman in Jared Stewart's been a good find for him as well. He'll chip it towards the leading target in Turton. Comes the other way was Collings. A quick handball from Smith. They chain a handball. Haywood's got it. They go backwards again. McGrath's there. They're all under pressure possessions. Backwards to Blackshaw. Little kick.
Free kick.
Coming back, is it to McGrath?
Yep. Over the shoulder.
Scud, we've got a thriller in the North Gippsland Football League. Woodside, who hadn't scored a goal in the first quarter, now lead 8-8-56 to Yallourn North, 7-11-53.
All right, keep us up to date with those ones. TTU sit there and wait for North Gippsland. The kick from McGrath goes down the line to half forward. Marriott with a strong tackle at ground level. 8 minutes into this final quarter. It's a 60-point margin. Moe won't get anything out of this. You rest your key players. They've got a game next week in a prelim final.
Yeah, not sure, Scud.
Prowse handballs back to Trent Baldy. Kicks around the body. Dixon stands underneath this one. And in the end, takes an uncontested mark.
Although you're talking, you're going to take 8 of them off. There's only an interchange of ball.
That's all right.
And there's one, they're one down as well. There's 3.
What's it matter if you get beat by 100? Nothing at all. Outlet kick from Dixon, missed everything, and Van Dyke nearly did an injury. That's why you take him off. Went out of bounds on the full, and he'll have the kick back in. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. Hope you're enjoying Gippsland Live on TRFM. The kick goes towards Collings, top of the 50. Nice little turn of pace. Left foot shot on goal, and Collings gets it to Pepper, who takes the mark. That's why you don't take him off. We want to see some exciting footy from the Lions.
You know what I would do though, Scud? I would actually put some players that are down on form on the ball or in amongst the action just to get a bit of a touch and get a little bit of confidence back for the rest of the afternoon.
All right, Pepper's got the only goal so far for the Lions. He's got 2, make that 3. Pepper's kicked the entire goals for the Lions this afternoon. He's kicked his 3 goals, and that one's a Zambrero goal of the day contender.
Well, okay, we'll give him that. Yeah, you can. Yeah, we'll give him that. We'll give him something. I mean, we're talking about 27 scoring shots to 8. But a good little finish there as well. Yeah, this game is just fizzled right out.
And the margin is 54 points at the 9-minute mark of the final quarter. The Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, Leongatha 10-17-77. Leading Moe 3-5-23.
AFL scores Scudman, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. GWS 7-8-50. Swans 4-5-29, just on half-time.
Back in the middle. Stewart came over the top. Riley Baldy got the hand out there. Danaher isn't able to get anything clear, but he finally does. He gets it out to Baldy again. To Balfour, back to Baldy. Tries to break 1, break 2 tackles. That's holding the ball. That'll be a free kick.
This umpire's not really theatrical, is he?
No.
A little holding the ball. It's just a little movement of the hands.
Absolutely. Free kick ends up there in the hands of Nash. Thanks, Scud. I was just waiting for him to turn his back for me.
West away, kicks out wide to Nash.
I was just wondering whether we're going to keep going.
I didn't know you were going all right.
So Nash has got it. Half-back flank. We'll get things going. You're right there, Box. It was a snort. Looks up. It was a snort. Inboard to Maskell.
I'll just wake him up.
It wasn't a snore. It was a snort.
54-point the margin. Marriott gets it. And they just hold on to the footy now. They're the Parrots. And this will absolutely drain the energy out of the Lions. They don't want to defend at this stage of the game. When they trail by 54, hold on to the footy of the Lions. Hanley's got it. We'll kick to Brill. Brill can take it on the wing.
Go.
Brill loves to go. Goes to Hume. Can't find him. Scoots out the back. Balfour's there. Gives a handle to no one in particular. Ganane's there. Gives it back to Brill. He likes to go. Nice handle to Walker. The umpire says it's coming back.
Free kick, Balfour.
To Balfour. And Balfour has it on the half-back flank for the Lions. I'll tell you what, the commentary box is pretty close to the bar, which is getting a little bit hairy this afternoon. We will apologise if you catch anything through the effects mic. We'll try our best to drown them out as Sovereign gives a handball to Hanley and gives it to Marriott, who kicks it to half forward. Olden and Maslin. Olden front, Maslin out the back. The ball gets to the back. Olden taps it, keeps his feet. He taps it again. No, now he can gather it. He's under pressure from Blackshaw. Gives a handball to Ganane. Ganane will kick around the body and put it through.
Garnham.
And Garnham puts it through. The Parrots are unbelievable, and they are flag favourites, and they shortening by the minute.
And this is why you don't put anyone to bed, Scud, because we don't get that sort of action like that too. Olden was unbelievable there with 2 on 1. If he got control, he would have kicked the Zambrero goal of the afternoon because he wanted it by the look of it, but unselfishly gave it to Garnham to finish off again for his 4th.
And margin back to 60 points, 12 minutes into the final quarter. The Harvey Norman computer scoreboard has Leongatha at 11-17-83, Moe 3-5-23.
I've officially got food sweats.
The old chicken burgers coming through. 3 goals Garnham, 3 goals to Olden. As McGrath got the tap down, Trent Boldy wasn't able to take it through as he came through there. Marriott's wrapped up straight away, and we'll have another ball up. Right in the middle of the ground. The 2 young bucks to go at it. Stewart and McGrath. McGrath got the tap down there. Marriott had it. Put his arm taken before he even had the ball there by Baldy.
Nick Lucchino for Harvey Norman Furniture. We've got a grand final check out of East Gippsland.
And it's full time too, and the Cabbage Patch kids have won it. Poisdale Pyagalong 15-17, 1-7.
Who won it?
Have another go.
Cabbage Patch kids.
No.
Boysdale.
Poisdale Bryagalong,
Not
15-17. Poisdale. 107. They defeated Lucknow 11-9-75.
So well done to the Boysdale Bombers. This afternoon they are premiers in the East Gippsland Footy League.
Free kick for the Lions through Belfer. 13.5 minutes gone. Only 2 goals so far this quarter. Could be a short quarter. No one's able to take there. Trent Baldy was at the front and he tried to fend off. Wasn't able to get anywhere through that. And we'll have a ball up. Centre wing, grandstand side. Listening to Gippsland live on TRFM. We hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon.
Cam Alden just comes to the bench with the trainer having a bit of a chat. I'll be resting him for the rest of the day, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Umpire says I'll have it again. Not much was going on out of that contest.
Everything looks okay in the dugout.
Ball up again. Stewart did well, got the double fist down. Brill looked to be attacked it hard. Couldn't quite get anything out of it. Thrown to the ground there, absolutely. Baldy was Nash on that occasion.
No free kick.
No. Umpire says I'll have another go at it. McGrath did well, but Stewart got it from the back and he's going to be pinged for pushing the back. That one there, and McGrath will take the free kick. What's he going to do with it? Who's he going to look for? Puts the ball deep inside 50. Coming out and taking the good contested mark there, and the second grab was Nick Prowse. And he'll line up for his first of the day.
They've been limited to these opportunities. We haven't seen this all afternoon. Maybe a couple of times early in that first quarter, but apart from that.
Paul Carter marks inside forward 50.
It's 3-2 Leongatha's way at this stage for this quarter, and it was 7-4 to three-quarter time, so 7-10 to
there we go.
6.
Nick Prowse, 40 metres out, puts it on its way. It's narrow all the way and through for a minor score.
59-point lead now for Leongatha. We've played 15.5 minutes of the last quarter on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 11-17-83, and Murray are now 3-6-24.
Your new 4G and super fast 5G mobile. Great deals in-store and online at Harvey Norman Computers. As Maskell goes to the outer side on this occasion with a left foot. Target out there will be big Benny Willis, who can take the mark in front of McGrath. He's got Walker inboard. He goes there and finds him by foot. Walker's got Drew as well if he wants him further inboard. Decides not to. Goes down the line. Just gets over the top there of Hanley's head. Danaher taps it out towards the boundary line. And we'll look for touch, as Shields said, I ran out of room. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 16 minutes into the final quarter. The Harvey Norman sees a 59-point margin to the flag favourites, Leongatha. We've got a boundary thrown out of side.
They've cemented themselves in that position too. Shields looks to try and get it out. He's wrapped up 360. Umpire's going to come in and said, I'll have it. No prior on that occasion. We'll have a ball up in the same spot. McGrath did well, got the two-handed tap. Riley Baldy tried to get the handball out, couldn't get anything happening coming from it. Westaway looking for touch, couldn't find that there. Trent Baldy, he's going to dump it on the right foot, looking forward, but landing there in the hands there of Maskell.
He's been good.
Ever reliable.
What a blessing it was with the injury that he had throughout the year. He's fresh this year.
Finds it in the hands there of Walker. He looked to come back inboard, was cut off there. Done well by Ferrado. Gets it out to Riley Baldy. He's just going to dump the ball deep inside 50. Prowse's front position. Pepper was over the back. Worked his man underneath it again. And was going to let it dribble, and it's hit the post.
Leongatha lead now 58 points at the 17-minute mark of the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard 11-17-83. The Parrots, Murray now 3-7-25.
We'll have all the chats after the game from the Leongatha rooms. We'll have our Zambrero goal of the day. And of course our Gippsland Ozuzu player of the day. As Maskell kicks it to the outer side again. The target was Willis, but on this occasion Smith takes the mark. He looks up, not a great deal of movement, so he just has to kick and hope in the end. Dixon's in the front spot. Prowse had to become the defender with a big spoil, cleared his forward 50 and put it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
Scud North Gippsland Football League prelim final. They're still going there at the moment. 4-point lead to Woodside, 9-10-64 to 8-12-60 Lawn North.
All right, jump in at any stage there as soon as they go final. As McGrath and Stewart do battle. This time McGrath taps it down. Goes backwards. Baldy's there, head over the footy, wrapped up by Walker. And we'll do it again. Conditions fantastic here in South Gippsland. We've got a big game coming up tomorrow that will be live on TRFM. It's coming to you from Ted Summitter Reserve in Moe, Wonthaggi and Traralgon. What a great matchup that's going to be. And I just get the sense whoever wins that game will go into next week with a little bit of confidence after they've Seen a performance today from Moe that's been a little bit subpar in my opinion. But they'll bounce back. They're a proud club. Can they find something late in the quarter? Danaher gets a handball out to Trent Baldy. He goes further out wide to Shields on the outside of the right foot. Can he keep it in the field of play? No, he can't. It's out of bounds on the full, and Maskell will have it.
He really looked to reload. We've just ticked over 19 minutes here, final quarter. 58-point margin in favour of the Parrots. They've had control of the game all day. 20 points at quarter time. Maskell will come wide. He'll look to come to the grandstand side. Finds Ben Felsen. He's got Hume all by himself. Westaway. He just chips over to him. Who then chips over the top to Dixon, who's all alone as well. Righto, it's enough of the Parrot crowd there at the bar.
He's a pest, Blake.
He is. Goes up there. McGrath is going to take the mark for Moe. Look to reload quickly. He does. He's got players out by themselves. One was Danaher. Couldn't find him though. Coming through and getting their hands onto that one was Sovereign. Kicks over the top. That's all looking out wide there in Hanley's going to be first to it. What's he got ahead? He's able to shrug the tackle, but did well coming back and throwing that second one there was Shields. Van Dyke, Belfast, Shields on the outside of the right boot. Tries to keep the ball moving forward. But the Parrots again are set up and Westaway, the experienced defender, to take the mark.
Timmy, Yallourn North have kicked another point, so it's a 3-point game now, 61-64.
Hanley has it from the Westaway kick, comes inboard to Turton. Not 15 play on to the umpire, so he gives it back to Hanley, who kicks it down the line. A big pack, there's everyone's carnage everywhere. It gets out the back. Maslin gave it to Brock Smith, and Smith goes with a kick in the middle. Turton had the intercept mark, then dropped it, then runs away, has a bounce, gets to the top of the 50, forward handball to Jesse Burns, and Burns has a look for the handball, then decides to kick. It's going to land on its end and bounce over the top of Collings' head, and Brill fumbles, stands up, left foot through. The ball's just not going your way, and when it doesn't go your way, it bounces backwards over Collings' head.
I'm going to make that another Zambrero goal of the day contender too, Scud, just because he kept his feet, and it's Talon Brill.
Did he just grab the burrito and take a bite?
He did, he took a bite.
I think he did.
He did, and he showed us as well. So a great little finish there. It took a little while for the Parrots to kick a goal this quarter, or so far. How long ago was it? 12-minute mark. So another 10 minutes. So there you go.
64-point lead to Leongatha on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, 12-17-89 to 3-7-25. I had no idea where you were going with that.
It's just such a beautiful flow, isn't it? And then when you don't want to stop, we don't want to keep talking, you just stop.
There you go. No ruckman was able to get there. The tap out there coming through there was Eden. He got the handball out. Baldy, Riley tries to put the ball deep inside 50. Prowse in front. Clever mark.
When I get tired, I get really sloppy, so I just have to stop.
You must be always tired.
Nick Prowse, he's from 50. There's two fighting going on between these two here. Well, I'll put both outside with the Leongatha Parrots in a minute. The bar, Nick Prowse from outside 50. Puts the ball on its way, holds its line. It's a good kick. It's got the distance straight over the goal umpire's head. And he puts through the second major for the Lions in this last quarter.
Yeah, that was a great finish. We probably kicked it right on 50 as well. So this late in the game to have that penetration with a kick like that. The wind has died down a little bit too, but just a little bit of finish off there for the Lions.
And it's now 58 points to lead at the 22-minute mark of the final quarter, 12-17-89 Leongatha. Moe now 4-7-31.
Ball slowly making its way back towards the middle. I think there's it's interesting, Scud, from a Leongatha perspective. You said they were going to see if they were going to rest anyone. Well, they've got Marriott and Drew sitting in the middle of the ground at the moment.
Yeah, there your big moment. All thanks to Metricon Homes. They go again. There is that man, Marriott, who gives it across to Nash from the runner half back is good. Hume's there as well. A little tap to himself. Runs away from Belfer and delivers to Garnham. Can't complete the mark. Ball in dispute. Collings is there. Handballs across to a teammate in Haywood. Outlet kick to Shields was good. Hit him on the chest. And Shields has got no one ahead of him. He just needs to wait and wait until the umpire says play on, and he still doesn't have an option. He's just going to have to kick it high and hope. And Eden will be the target, but Sovereign outworked him to the back and then gave a handball, a kick in the end. Inboard to Kim Drew. who's been fantastic this afternoon for Gippsland Isuzu. Squares it up to the middle. Waskell's there. Gets over the top of Maskell's head, but he's got time to gather it and kick under pressure to Nash. Very good. As Nash looks up, Hume spreads wide, goes in that direction, finds him on the chest. They want Hume to have a shot. The crowd in front of the bar says, Hume, have a go. And he's listening to it.
The finger.
They want the barrel. He's gone the drop punt. Big Benny Willis will set himself. Van Dyke was there as well. Ganane took on the tackler of Collings, did well. Threw him over the boundary line. And they want... I think they've just called Jack Hume Reagan. Does he fancy himself as a bit of a break dancer?
Or is that how poor his moves are on the dance floor?
Quite possibly that could be the case. Boundary throw in. Margin sits at 58. Bit of excitement late in the game. Willis grabs it out. Trent Baldy, it's a throw from Willis. McGrath will take the free kick. Here's Timmy Sexton on Gippsland Live. All thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical. Couple of minutes to go here, not long.
McGrath, he's got Baldy and he's going to come out right in front of our commentary box here at Parrot Park. Been a cracking day of Alinta Energy Gippsland League footy. Baldy's going to bring the ball deep inside looking for Ferrado, who's going to be first to get there. The bounce actually for the first time went in the Lions' favour, went to Shields. He got the handball away. Ferrado, he's wrapped up straight away though by Handley. And we'll have a ball up.
Well, the game's over now between Woodside and Yallourn North. Unfortunately for Yallourn North, they had a shot right on the siren and missed for the win. So it's Woodside to go through to the grand final.
Willis drew from 45, puts it on its way. Sorry, Boxer, out of bounds on the full.
No, that's cool. And so they Woodside have won by 3 points. They'll meet TTU next week in the grand final.
All right, Van Dyke has it. Out of side, kicks it high and long. Target will be Trent Baldy. Goes up. Can't quite complete the mark. Ground level there. Drew gives a handball back to Sovereign. Kicks around the body, finds Jesse Burns. He quickly goes inboard. They've got a couple out there. Turton just got over the top of his head. Tap from Turton. Got out to Ferrado. Under pressure. Good tackle by Nash. Play onto the umpire. And then Smith was in there. His handball found Gold. Gives it back to Smith. He's got a number out wide in Shields, and Shields is going backwards as well to Collings with a left foot kick high down. Westaway's in the right spot to take the mark, and he does. And they've got numbers everywhere on the switch. Maskell's one of those. Hume might get onto the end of this one. First of all, it's got to get to Turton. Now it gets to Hume. You'll hear the crowd from the bar say run and kick a barrel. They said pick it up, Raygun, and that's what he does. And Hume delivers towards Nash. Give it back to Raygun. He does. Oh. Nash goes inboard to Marriott. And now they want Marriott to kick the goal. They've got plenty of crowd support, the Parrots, on their home deck this afternoon. They're going to go into another grand final. And this is some sort of organisation. Football, netball, from the top to the bottom, Leongatha are superb.
You get in trouble from the coach if you go the barrel now when you're this far in front?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Seniors and reserves will be there on grand final day, Scud.
I think they're calling them the GOAT. Marriott from 49 unloads. Listen to the crowd. Oh. It's through the middle.
He likes the old... they're taking a little bit of a leaf out of the Hawthorn books after that goal as well, so I'm not sure what that was, but he was showing him the belt or the championship belt or doing something there. But anyway, it was a great finish there. He's a great player. He definitely deserves that tag as the GOAT, because we've seen some phenomenal stuff from that man over the years, and what a great finish this deep into the last quarter.
And the margin, 64 points, and right on siren time, we would have to say. 27 minutes into the last quarter. Harvey Norman computed the scoreboard 13-17, 95 Leongatha, Moe 4-7-31.
About a minute to go, I think.
You reckon?
Yep, 28-44 it will go.
28-44, here we go. McGrath got the tap down, no one's able to get clear. Wrapped up there by Marriott in the tackle. Was Ferrado, and we'll have another ball up in centre of the ground here at Parrot Park. McGrath got the tap down, Riley Baldy, quick hand, Ferrado threw it on the boot. Marks up, you have it if you want to come out. Nixon came out, riding through there was Eden, roved it straight away off the pack, puts it through from 45, and that is a Zambrero goal of the day contender.
Definitely was too. It was a great, well read there too by Eden too, so to grab and run in the same motion as well, it's not an easy task to do, and he finished it very well.
And at the 28-minute mark of the last quarter, 5-7-37 Moe. They trail by 58 points. Leongatha 13-17-95. Leongatha's won the last quarter by just the 1 point. So I suppose Moe can take something out of this.
A little bit of activity from the bar. We can't quite see it from where we're at. Wouldn't be surprised if Blake Van Rooy's involved somehow as Willis grabs it out of the ruck. 28 minutes and 50 seconds, so I was a little bit off with the timing. But that goal didn't help.
No, it certainly didn't help.
McGrath's got the free kick in the middle of the ground. And he looking for a runner. Danaher goes around the back. Siren sounds. I told you the goal didn't help. 29 minutes it went. The final siren sees Leongatha into another Gippsland League Grand Final. They are a super side, and they have won today on second semi-final day by 58 points in the end. 13-17-95. The Parrots, clinical, have defeated Moe 5-7-37. We're going to have a quick break and we're going to wrap things up here from Leongatha. All the key players, the key games, the key scores as well. And this is Gippsland Live. Well, thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
Oh, we've finally made it. It's the first week of the finals. Let's have a look at the top 5. Starting us off at number 1, Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi here. Great creative stuff. He kicks this mid-air, though. A fantastic finish.
Well read and quickly got ball to boot. In a blink of an eye, Wonthaggi have got 2.
Number 2, it's Ryan Sparks here from Wonthaggi. He gets the hand pass out of the back and big snap for the goal.
Handball off there with teammate in Sparks. And the best man on the ground kicks the best goal of the day.
Number 3, it's Chance Daltrey here from Traralgon. In blustery conditions, he unloads from beyond the arc and sends it home.
He gives it to Daltrey. Comes back onto the right foot. Thumps it high and long. Breeze might bring this back beautifully from a standing start, if you don't mind. That's the spark the Maroons want, and it's come from Chance Daltrey.
That's a thumping kick.
Coming in at number 4, it's Lucas Tripodi here from Traralgon. Just gets the hand pass and shapes this one through. Lovely, lovely stuff.
Might own Cafe Aviva, but he might have a Zambrero burrito in his hand.
Yeah, perfect build-up for...
Number 5, it's Max Woodall here from Moe. We saved the best for last. Look at him go. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3. Can he get a 4th? He does. He lines it up. Is it home? Oh yeah. Max Woodall was cooking.
It's one of the best we've seen all year. And the youngster in Max Woodall, take your hat off to that. A running, bouncing goal. There's none better in this game of footy.